Hello everyone and welcome back to the GDQ Hotfix. It's time for It's Dangerous to Go Alone, a show all about cooperative speedruns. And how fitting that the name of my show is from Zelda, because we are about to see a link to the past 2 co-op runs. Before we get into those, which are going to be absolutely fantastic, have a handful of announcements. So Games Done Quick is going to be at PAX East 2022, April 21st to April 24th. If you're interested in submitting a run, use !PAX in Twitch chat and fill out that form. And reminder that your subs, gift subs, Prime Gaming subs, and bits help support our weekly Hotfix content. Please consider supporting our daily shows if you enjoy GDQ Hotfix. All right, so I think we're just about ready for our first run, which is going to be a link to the past co-op, no major glitches, no save and quit. And the run is going to be with Bitey and Fricker22, and I have 2 commentators, Mugamod and Malmo, who are going to be with us the whole entire run. How are you 2 doing today?
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going? We're doing great.
Fantastic. You want to tell us a little bit about our runners for today and what we're going to be seeing?
So Bitey and Fricker are both 124 NMG runners. They're top 20 or so on the NMG leaderboard. Both fantastic Zelda speedrunners. These guys are the best of the best.
Yeah, so this is...
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, this is a co-op run. So what's happening is everybody is playing the game, but they're dividing and conquering the game. So what's happening is you have multiple dungeons that need to be completed to beat the game within the rule set. And each runner picks a dungeon and they arrange it in such a way to minimize waiting and to maximize sync between them.
Fantastic. All right, you want to get us started with a countdown and jump right into the run?
Let's do it. The runners are ready. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. All right, so starting off with the escape segment here, these guys are going to mostly be playing the segment together. So there's a few things that sync between players. So those are items such as big keys, any menu items like the lamp, bow, hookshot, pendants and crystals, dungeon prizes, or containers, small keys. So you're going to see here that, for example, one of them will grab the boomerang and a small key, and the other one will wait by the door for the key to appear and then go through it. So they're mostly going to play the segment together, and it's going to save them about 15 seconds or so worth of movement over this 6-minute segment.
Yes. So in addition to the items that are synced, there are also some game states that are synced. For example, the doors and the state of shutter doors. They have to work around that, mostly in the escape segment. After the escape, they are going to split up quite a bit and do the dungeons separately, passing items back and forth as if they're tossing them across the game.
Yeah, the Eastern Palace segment that's coming up next is where they start to diverge a little bit and things get kind of interesting, because what they're basically doing is reducing wait time between choke points and various objectives in the game. So they're going to start doing Eastern Palace together. One of them will go through the first loop of the dungeon and get the big key. The other one will wait by the big chest, grab the dungeon item, and then they diverge. One will finish the dungeon while the other one goes forward to the next progression item and waits.
This is really cool. I've never seen a co-op Link to the Past, right? I think it's going to be really interesting for people who are very familiar with the game, how the routing is going to be split up. So this is really cool.
And just to explain the rule set a little bit, this is NMG, no major glitches. So they're basically playing the game as intended. There's no long warps, there's no out of bounds. They're pretty much just playing the game straight by the rules. So here you see the first kind of divergence here where one grabs the boomerang and the key and the other one waits by the door. So they get to save a few seconds in movement there. And here again, Fricker will fight the ball and chain guard. And then they both had the key.
So with that key synced up, they are both able to grab Zelda and walk back. And the walk back is going to be more or less normal. There's not going to be that much divergence until they get to the back of the escape after they have pushed the mantle with Zelda, which they both need to do. One of them will grab the small key from the chest and the small key from the rat to allow both of them to progress to the throne room.
We got a little bit of glitchy hit detection on that green guard in the jail cell. Sometimes if you try to boomerang a guard and he's looking at you, there's the invisible search beams that will actually detect the boomerang and stop it. A little bit of a wonky hit detection thing. So we're making our way back with Zelda to the throne room here, and we're going to escape through the sewers.
And a good way to tell how well the run is going is to see how synced up they are, especially in these segments where they are doing the same thing at the same time, which will become less and less common as we go through the run. But right now, we'll see them pushing the mantle at more or less the same time. They will be synced up barely more than a room apart at best.
Mm-hmm. And this is true of top runners in this category especially, because escape is very movement intensive, and most top runners are going to finish the segment within like a couple seconds of each other.
It's incredible how much time you can gain or lose on just clean movement. There's some tech that you can't even see, it's invisible, but it can make you walk faster if you hit certain buttons the right way.
That's really cool. And it's fun. It's so fun to see the sync of like when they go back to be the same place, because like you want to be doing things together. So that's really, really impressive to watch.
Yeah, we got the text boxes just a half a second apart in the escape. You can see that sync coming up when one of them grabs a key. The other one doesn't have to. It allows them to catch up a little bit. So it almost looks like a race is happening, but they are on the same team. But they want it to be a close race.
The routing planned out to where they know who is going to grab what key and wait, and who's going to be farther ahead or farther behind for the next segment. And we'll see as we get later on into the run how cool it is where there will be a segment where one player has a couple minutes of downtime and they can use that downtime to go acquire items that are going to be used later in the run instead of just waiting and doing nothing.
Both runners entering. We get double Zeldas in the Sanctuary, a co-op classic. So we get 3 Zeldas in one speedrun. Can you believe it?
Wow. Incredible, actually. The Legend of Zeldas.
It's Zelda 3.
How appropriate. That's awesome.
Okay, Sanctuary Heart. It's a pretty important safety. It allows you to take extra hits in certain places, but also in the co-op run, there is going to be a lot of times when a runner has picked up a heart and the other runner doesn't get that heart as a full healed heart, but actually as an empty heart. And what that can do is that can actually hinder them by disabling the sword beam ability when they have the Master Sword. And there are also places where normally in the run you would get a full health refill. And because only one of the runners is beating a boss, the other runner who normally would get that full health refill is entering a dungeon on less hearts than usual. So that Sanctuary Heart is actually pretty important.
So what you see Fricker doing here now is he has a little bit of downtime in this segment because he's going to be waiting for Bitey to finish the dungeon. So in the meantime, he has entered the secret Houlihan room to farm rupees, and he's going to be using that to collect some items in later segments in the run too.
Yeah, the resource routing is really important because the resources that you see on the HUD, the rupees, bombs, and arrows, are not synced between the runners. They actually have to grind up their own, and there is an item in the game, the flippers, that costs 500 rupees, which means that one runner needs to collect all 500 of the rupees. They cannot split that cost.
And I also just wanted to say that these two did so much for routing and optimizing this category. Online co-op play wasn't available until just last year, and Bitey really was the one that pushed to make that a thing. and they put so much work into this category.
Yeah, I would also like to give a shout out to JSD, who developed the online co-op and made it console compatible, allowing the top runners who are used to playing on console with minimal lag or minimal input delay actually play the game comfortably to the best of their abilities.
That's amazing. That is really, I didn't know it was that recent even. So that's so cool.
That was the issue before, is it was only available on SNES 9X, which, if I recall, has about a 6-frame latency, and it's literally unplayable.
Yeah, absolutely. As someone, like, I play a lot of SMW Kaizo, and I totally understand the feeling of playing on an emulator versus playing on hardware. It is night and day, especially for things like speedruns and that require so much precision and the practice you've done on hardware. So that's huge.
All
Okay,
right, so you see here that Bitey is making the full loop around to the big key, and Fricker is going to be collecting the bow here in just a second, and then we'll see Bitey death warp out and wait to collect the dungeon prize with Sahasrahla.
And that sync, you can see how fast that sync is with the big key being grabbed, and almost instantaneously they are able to open the chest on the other end of it.
And this is one of those points in the run where there's nothing Bitey can really do for the next 45 seconds or so, so he's just going to kill some of these Armo statues to farm arrows. And they try to reduce down time as much as possible. It's not always perfected.
Well, not only that, but the Eastern Palace is the place where you get your initial trove of arrows, and because Bitey is not there right now, he came out of there with 5, but he needs more for the later run, and there aren't that many enemies in the overworld that drop arrows. It's really just these and a few archer guards. So this is really his chance to get arrows for the rest of the run, outside of some dungeon drops.
And just to recap, what's the win condition, and do both of the players have to do it?
Yes.
Both players have to defeat Ganon, yeah.
Cool. All right. So, you know, different rules have different co-op, different co-op runs have different rules for who has to do what to count as a win. So just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and this is actually, this is not a technical limitation. The technology exists to make Ganon sync, but the runners, the community who runs co-op, including this run, decided that we wanted the run to end on 2 Ganons because we thought that was more exciting.
I definitely agree. And most of the people running this have the skill to do it, and also it's a cool, optimization that both players have to be comfortable with. So I think it's great too.
So what's really interesting about the routing in this segment is we actually get to use the ice rod for Landmolas, and it's possible to one-cycle them with the ice rod. Don't get to do this in very many Zelda 3 categories.
The Landmolas boss in Desert Palace is one of the hardest points in the No Major Glitches speedrun. It can be a huge barrier to entry. Even to people running the Master Sword beginner category, you still have to do that fight. So this provides an alternative entry point to new runners as well. This is not something you need to learn NMG first and then run this. You can pair up with a friend, play the game, and only have to learn half the game at a time, which makes it an alternative to the normal entry points to speedrunning A Link to the Past. So as we see, Bitey got the book. Fricker has gotten into Desert Palace and gotten some bombs along the way. And Bitey is heading towards the ice rod as well to allow Fricker to fight the Landmolas boss a little bit easier and much faster than the No Major Glitches run.
By the time Bitey finishes up his item collection, Fricker is working on acquiring the Power Glove, which Bitey needs to access Death Mountain, and then he'll begin the Hera segment at that time. So they really are dividing and conquering, completing 2 segments at the same time. It's fun to see.
Fricker is really going strong on those chest turns too. It is possible to open a chest and turn away from it on the same frame to save 1 frame. It's not really a tech so much as a swag strat, but it sure as heck looks cool. Love to see it. So Bitey has to walk back. He's actually walking all the way back to the other side of the world, the opposite corner. He's using a water walk. This is a glitch that you can arm by preserving a pit state. So if you dash near a pit, Link gets put into this special state that for some reason the game will allow you to just land on the water as if it were a solid surface if you jump off a north ledge in that state. It's a little bit different.
One of those things that falls into the no major glitches rule set. We can do a couple of little optimizations to break the game, and that's one of them.
Yeah, and the no major glitches solo run, you would normally do a glitch called fake flipper, where you interrupt the splash that happens when you jump in the water by transitioning before that splash can appear. And the splash is actually what the game uses to detect that you don't have the flippers. But in this case, because we're getting Ice Rod, we get access to this other glitch that's a little bit easier to do and allows you to run on water and takes away one of the more dangerous parts of the solo run, where you can get hit in that state and soft lock. So as we come up on Land Molas, we'll see the power of co-op, where Fricker will be able to kill this boss quickly with the Ice Rod instead of having to go through the bow and arrow strat. It requires some pretty precise hits and responses to RNG over multiple cycles of the fight.
Normally in a single-player NMG, in the Land Molas refight in Ganon's Tower, we get to use the Fire Rod for this fight. The Ice Rod fires quite a bit slower. It's a lot harder to time it.
Yeah, at no point, this is not free. I want to point this out. The Fire Rod is much more responsive. The Ice Rod has this weird acceleration curve and starts more... It doesn't start at your nose, it starts at the tip of your arm, so if you're standing too close to the boss, it will not actually hit. But he cleans it up nicely with the bow, using that practice from Solo to...
The short hop was not kind to him.
Yeah. There are certain RNGs where the Ice Rod just won't one cycle no matter what you do.
So Bitey is going to be completing Tower of Hera, and there's an ether tablet on a bridge next to Hera where he's going to be able to collect that as soon as Fricker gets the Master Sword, and Fricker will be doing some item collection because he'll have several minutes of downtime as Bitey does Aghanim's Tower.
Fricker also needs some more money for the flippers. So this is where he's going now. He's going to a cave that you normally only see in Randomizer, but it does have 300 rupees in it, making it a good location to farm rupees for rupee-intensive vanilla categories. So Tower of Hera is mostly the same, but you can see Bitey has been on the overworld a bit longer and hasn't defeated a boss, which means that his health situation is a little bit lower. The boss heart that Fricker got from Land Molas did not count for his total health as a full heart, but as an empty heart, like as if he had taken damage. So he doesn't even get that benefit.
We're going to see him hit the crystal switch here to take some hearts on the top floor. A little bit of a safety because we do take a heart of damage for this bomb jump for the Moon Pearl, so we don't want to go into Moldorm on one heart.
And meanwhile, that fake flipper I mentioned earlier, being utilized on Fricker's side to get to this screen here. Normally you use the screen to go to the top of Tower of Hera, but we already have that covered, so we're just going straight to the Master Sword pedestal, ready to pull it as soon as we can. Of course, it's going to take a little bit of time to kill Moldorm, so we are farming some tree rupees. If you kill enemies, the trees will drop rupees when you pull them. And
taking some safety health here for Moldorm, one of the heavier reset points of Light World. The most important thing that Fricker always preaches is the tail always follows the head. Eventually he will turn around and expose his tail, so you just give him a little bit of space. That was a really nice fight from Bitey.
That That was
very
extremely
smooth.
clean.
Waldorm's a very dangerous boss fight. I mean, if he knocks you into that middle hole, you can lose a ton of time getting back up. And, I mean, Waldorm can even kill you if you come in on low HP. So here we go. We have very synced pendant and Master Sword grab. So that pendant was required to pull this Master Sword. That's why Fricker had to wait. And now that we have the Master Sword, Bitey can go and get that Ether medallion that you normally get on a later shopping trip, requiring an extra mountain climb.
Yeah, that sync was awesome. Just like instantly, all right, killed the boss, grabbed the sword, go into the pit. Like, it's so cool how everything is just bam, bam, bam. It's fantastic. So efficient.
Yeah, and it's nice with Fricker picking up a couple extra cycles on the land molas, and he was still able to get there on time. So, like, these guys are the best. They're so tight with their execution.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
you can
the nice
tell.
thing is land molas cycles don't actually matter in this run because, as you can see, Fricker had to wait. Even with that multiple cycle land molas, taking a lot of the pressure off when you are doing this category that land molas is normally one of the hardest bosses in. So one of the ways they're able to synchronize is they have this browser window open that the program provides that tells the runner when an item has synced. So they don't necessarily have to say something. They can say something, hey, you're about to get a heart. But when they actually get that item that's required, they'll see it on their end and they'll know exactly when to use it.
Right, so you can just tap A like exactly at the right time and not get a text box for doing it too early.
So Fricker is going up to spend all that cash that he earned to get the flippers from Zora. Another one that's normally done in a later split. It's normally done right before Ice Palace, but here we have some time to spare while Bitey goes up to Aga Tower and opens that Dark World portal, unlocking the rest of the game.
This is where we're saving time over a typical NMG routing because he's doing 3 minutes of Overworld from a later Dark World segment right now before we finish Late World.
It also means we don't have to worry about taking like that damage that he took. Like normally that would cut into your Ice Palace segment and you'd go into Ice Palace without sword beams and with less hearts than you're used to. But because this is in a segment where he can farm it a little bit back, there's going to be a little bit of waiting as we go through this castle tower.
And you'll notice he dropped off the mushroom too at the Witch's Hut. And this is another luxury that they're able to do because they have the time in this category and they also have less hearts to work with. We'll have that magic powder for later in the run if they get into any sticky situations.
Yeah, that magic powder will give them access to some fairy conversions. They can turn certain enemies into fairies during parts of the run that require a lot of HP and can kill you quickly, like the Vitreous fight in Misery Mire. There's an anti-fairy right before that you can turn into a fairy, and that's a very powerful safety to have.
I would like to mention too that these guys are both veteran speedrunners of the true Link to the Past 3 heart low percent. So like completing this game with 3 hearts and Master Sword is no joke. These guys are so good. Circle of Pots being classic Circle of Pots there.
Classic. Yeah, I can change just from whether that guard goes up and down or left and right. Changes what you need to do in that room. And it can be a little bit tough to work around.
That's one of the big themes of this speedrun, if you're not familiar with this game, is how you play a room depends on random enemy movements. So you have to be able to read what the enemies are doing and react accordingly. And there are situations like Pokies 2 and Turtle Rock is a good example where there are 16 possible RNGs that you have to read and make a decision in a fraction of a second.
Yeah, and we also come up upon the bad kind of RNG. The Aghanim fight is divided between enemy or attacks that you can reflect and attacks that you cannot reflect. And depending on which ones we get, determines the length of the fight. There's very little that the runners can do to speed up this fight except optimize warp patterns. So we have Fricker waiting on the RNG portion, and unfortunately the RNG portion is during a part of the run that counts towards their total time, since this is a choke point of the run.
We're going to be losing 6 seconds for every blue ball here, and for every additional lightning cycle, that'll be another 6 seconds. So
All right, let's
Fricker's
see.
Fricker's taking that time to get back up to full health. We already have 3 bombs, 30 arrows. There's not a whole lot else to farm here, so now we're just making sure that Fricker has gotten himself into position to enter that portal as soon as it opens up.
It's really easy to just lose 30 seconds to a minute to RNG here. I wanted to mention their last 2 runs were world records, and in their most recent one, they got 4 blue balls, which is a time loss of 30 seconds.
So you're saying it's free?
It's free, yeah, exactly.
It's free. We're going to get another world record on a marathon 2 days in a row. That would be pretty amazing.
I wasn't counting the blue balls, actually, so...
That looked like few, but I wasn't counting either.
It looked like several.
Do you think it was several?
Was anybody in chat counting along?
Yeah, maybe chat can save us. They're better at counting than I am. I also was not counting.
Okay, so Bitey has landed on the pyramid, which activates the Hyrule Castle warp to Dark World. So Bitey is on his way to spend his 110 rupees to access Palace of Darkness. He's going to collect the hammer shortly, and then Bitey will be able to make his way to South Dark World.
This is another choke point here with some time to spare, so we're going to use that time for Bitey to collect the Quake Medallion from the Catfish. This is another one that's normally done before Ice Palace, along with getting the flippers. We're doing it now during this dead zone. And
normally you'd collect the flippers and the Quake Medallion at the same time, but we didn't have access to Dark World until now.
All right, chat's telling us we had 4 of during the fight.
Break even.
Break even with world record. Let's go.
Right.
Content with that.
You don't want to PB by too much. Nah, normally you would bonk here to set up a quick warp, which is a little tech with the mirror that makes the mirror transition shorter, but we are not using the mirror here. We're going to walk back and wait for the hammer at the hammer pegs, unlocking the rest of the Dark World. In the vanilla game, you're expected to go through Palace of Darkness to get the hammer as your kind of intro Dark World dungeon, so you're not immediately hit with a million dungeons to do at the second part of the game. And in the No Major Glitches run, the rule set is designed to mostly mimic the normal gameplay, so we do have to go through this dungeon and get the hammer to do anything else.
There is one trick that we get to do in this dungeon, though, that saves quite a bit of time. Normally, you'd be required to go down to the basement and collect a key and then go through a dark maze to access the hammer. But we're going to skip all of that by doing a damage boost through a rail on a platform that's falling.
Yeah, this is a double pixel perfect jump, so you have to place the bomb on the correct Y coordinate, and you have to then move Link on the correct Y coordinate to make sure that you have positioned yourself and the bomb so that you are hit sideways cardinally and through the rail. So Bitey is going to sit in his menu at an optimal location. The hammer is going to spawn in the menu as soon as it is sent. There is no refresh needed, so he sits on the lamp and he will be able to menu as soon as he sees that pop up on his HUD. Yeah, the hammer jump is one of those little choke points again, because you know that your partner is waiting. The pressure is on here.
He had a bit of trouble with his menu buffers there, and he's getting to that point where it's like, okay, I only have a couple more chances to hit this menu buffer, or the bomb is going to explode while I'm on the wrong pixel, and you got to start it all over again, and it loses a good 20 seconds. But he clutched it out, and we got the hammer there. So now Bitey is on his way to activate the flute, which will give us a lot more access to overworld movement.
Yeah, this makes up for the no save and quit aspect of this run. We like to joke that save and quit is a major glitch, but really it's a separate thing that we disallow in the no major glitches category to make sure that we're actually going through most of the overworld and not just skipping a lot of it. But once we have the flute, we can use that as a sort of surrogate save and quit.
Yeah, we had some people in chat asking, what glitches are allowed in No Major Glitches? How do you all determine what that is? And it really depends by game what's considered No Major Glitches, so.
In
A Link to the Past, it's determined by community vote, essentially. It's basically, what do we want our speedrun to look and feel like? And this is the decision that we've come to over many years of arguments and disagreement and debate. And this is how we prefer to play the game.
Yeah, it's a very curated rule set. It's not based on technical specifications. There's even a new movement to change it to a whitelist so that individual glitches are being whitelisted. This is happening right now as we speak.
It is being developed currently, yeah.
That's awesome.
Generally
really
speaking, the community has wanted the no major glitches category to stay the same so that we're not invalidating or mooting runs, making them obsolete.
There's a good 12 years of history on our leaderboard, so we don't want to obsolete most of that.
We like it the way it is, and there's no reason to overcomplicate things by allowing these tiny little things that maybe we don't need in our no major glitches. There are other categories for that. You can do various levels of glitch categories if you don't want to go all the way up. You can go up the next level, which mostly allows out of bounds, but not a whole lot else. So that was a very clean Helmasaur fight from Fricker.
It was an excellent fight. Took no damage. So real quick, there's something called the spin speed state where you press the dash button to cancel a sword spin, and this significantly extends the hammer hitbox, so you're able to just bop Helmasaur right on the head. It's so nice.
It is nice. It's not free though. Like, it's still, you have to get really close to Helmasaur's eyeball to register damage and not take damage, even with that spin speed state armed. So this is a pretty difficult fight if you are not comfortable with your hitboxes.
So you'll notice that Bitey is currently doing Dungeon 4 in the Dark World. The reason for this is we acquire the Titan's Mitt, which gives us access to the Tempered Sword early and makes the rest of the game much easier.
So one thing that's going to happen on Fricker's side is we want to do Skull Woods, which is it's the number 3 dungeon, but in NMG we do it after Thieves Town. Normally you would have the Tempered Sword, the strongest sword we get in this category, to beat the boss faster, but we're still doing Thieves Town. We don't really have that yet. So what Fricker's going to do is he's going to get the dungeon item, the Fire Rod, and skip the boss for now, save it for later when it'll be faster to complete with the better sword.
This game is like Super Metroid a lot in that it really encourages exploration and doing things out of order, and it rewards you for doing the harder dungeons earlier.
It also gives newer players, like newer casual players, an option to go inside a dungeon and get the item out, but not necessarily face the boss until they feel like they are ready. So you could get that dungeon item, get out, get some hearts, get some other dungeon items to make that final boss easier.
I definitely used to do that in the day because the boss of Thieves Town is arguably the most difficult boss casually, and I would always just grab the Titan's Mitts, temper my sword, and come back much later.
Oh, absolutely. And thankfully, due to the 12 years of history with this run, we have discovered that you can manipulate Blind's movements by hitting him at certain times, making the boss one of the easiest fights in the speedrun, despite being one of the hardest bosses casually. We call this the script. So if you hit Blind on the first frame, he is vulnerable during each of the 3 phases, and then do your movements right to not take damage. You will have the same fight every time. You can commit it to muscle memory and not have to think hard about it. Ooh, having a little...
You just hold the sword out and it hits Blind's hitbox as soon as it becomes active, so you hit him on the same frame every time.
Yeah, so hitting on the first frame, normally you think like, oh gosh, you have to time it. No, you don't. You just wait. It's very easy, relatively, once you've learned it.
These boss strategies are always so impressive as someone who struggled through pretty much every boss fight. It's really cool, the strategies that speedrunners do, and with such confidence.
Okay, so Fricker is done with Skullwoods for now. It's not faster to do Mothula now with the Master Sword than it will be to do it later with Tempered, especially when we have downtime. So what he's going to do is he's going to go over to Swamp Palace and collect the hook shot and complete this dungeon. The hook shot will provide a little bit of speed boost in certain other places like Misery Mire.
This is where that powder really comes into play because Fricker hasn't completed a dungeon in quite a while and he's taken damage along the way, so we get to refill health there.
And Swamp Palace is one of those dungeons. It's supposed to be the second one you do in the Dark World, but it's quite dangerous given that there are so many little enemies, lots of RNG. It's really easy to get chipped down to nothing in this dungeon. There's no one room that's really hard, but over the course of the dungeon, you could find yourself in really dangerous health. And that boss of Swamp Palace, if you're going for the speed strat, really easy. If you like drop that strat, you can just take 2 hits and die if you're on 4 hearts. He does do 2 hearts of damage per hit.
There's a lot of movement in Swamp Palace that we go for and just hope for good RNG, and if you just get trolled by bad RNG in this dungeon, you'll tank a lot of damage.
So Bitey is getting the Tempered Sword for us. He's doing a slightly different strategy for getting the Tempered Sword, placing his mirror portal under the house instead of on the screen edge. Normally you place it on the screen edge so that you don't have to lift the rocks on the way up to Skullwoods, but we're not doing Skullwoods now. We're just going for the Smith, using that mirror to simulate a transition to progress the Tempered Sword tempering process and allow us to get that sword for both runners. The sword is really important for the boss fight coming up for Fricker, as there is a strategy you can do to hopefully get it done in 0 cycles. It is a very difficult strategy, though.
We're going to be using the spin speed state technique again, and Fricker will just hold his sword out and tap the hookshot button repeatedly, but it's a pretty absurd setup, and it's really difficult to time it properly.
Yeah, not only that, but Argus, the boss, can charge at different speeds, and it's not scripted at all. You have to react to what Argus does in that fight while doing these consecutive difficult inputs.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about it, is the timing for the hookshot presses varies by Argus's walk speed and walk length. So you kind of just have to do it 1,000 times until you're able to react to any variation.
So Misery Mire, it's pretty similar. There isn't really that much different, but normally you would have had to go and get ether from the mountain and do a whole bunch of other stuff, but we've done that already, so we can just go straight in, not have to worry about taking damage on the mountain. Bitey is coming in with a full heal. Fricker with another chest turn, love to see it. Getting that big key for Swamp so he can get the hook shot in time for Bitey to use it in the Cane of Samaria bridge room. Cane of Samaria is the last major dungeon item we're going to get in this run. After that, it's just dungeon clearing.
Mire is one of those segments that, depending on your equipment loadout, it's either really easy or really hard. Because the game expects you to have about 14, 15 hearts and blue mail at this point from Ice Palace. And these enemies are hitting by 4 hearts here. So fortunately, they have the magic powder, and there is a ton of anti-fairies in Mire.
Yeah, coming up on this boss, the strategy for this boss is to purposely take damage in the slime, because the slime only does 1 heart and the vitreous eyes do 4. It's really dangerous. If you accidentally go in too soon and don't get hit by the slime, you can just easily eat 4 hearts of damage and die before you even know it.
We're taking 5 to 6 hearts of damage intentionally in this boss fight, and the peripheral eyeballs around Vitreous do 4 hearts of damage, so one slight misstep can kill you in this boss fight. It's pretty clench here.
Yeah, and there's RNG too, like the which eye moves first can change, so if you don't have, the exact right movements down to be safe in all RNGs, you can just easily think you're safe and suddenly you take an eyeball to the face.
We do a standardized setup for the first half of the fight that accounts for all possible eyeball movements, but the last one can get kind of dicey.
And the last one is the one that will kill you because you'll have already damaged yourself down so much that you are less than 4 hearts in the black. So if you take a hit, you'll just die.
All right, so we see Fricker do a beautiful 0 cycle quick kill Argus.
Gorgeous fight. So Bitey is coming up on 6 hearts. This is technically possible. The optimal strategy does 4 or 5 damage to you, but he does have the powder, and this being a marathon, we'll probably use it right before the fight. The hearts were a result of a purposeful damage boost into spikes to get the final key required for this dungeon.
Yeah, this damage boosting saves around 11 seconds over the safer bridge key. But like I said, we have the powder, so we get to refill our health in the room right before Vitreous, so it's not going to be a big deal whatsoever.
Don't mirror. Okay. So what Bitey was attempting to do there is a glitch called Spooky Action at a Distance. It's one of the last glitches added to No Major Glitches, but basically what you do is you set an altitude variable by fluting in a particular way when you get to the portal. And that altitude variable is borrowed by the fire rod splash damage. And if you hit an enemy or an object, the splash damage will travel upward by a certain amount and hit the switch. And then you don't have to
set that variable anywhere from 0 pixels to 255 pixels. So we're effectively hitting a crystal switch that's not even on screen. It's like 170 pixels away.
And here we go with that Vitreous fight. Taking purposeful damages from the spikes so that when we go over the eyeballs, we don't take 4 hearts.
And we get out with 5 hearts. That was really, really clean.
That would have actually been a fine fight coming in with 6. But, it's scary. Okay, so here's an example of normally you want to come into Turtle Rock with sword beams. And it looks like Fricker has taken damage. What actually happened is he was given an empty heart by Bitey. So he's going to always come in here on 1 less heart than he's used to and not have sword beams.
It's really nice to have sword beams for these dead rocks because you can hit them from across the screen. You never want to give them an opportunity in normal circumstances to run at you because if they touch you when you're picking up the rock, then you have to start over. They're very trolly. It's really nice to have sword beams here.
Yeah, and if you try to slash them with your normal sword, good chance they'll just freeze up and get in your way for multiple seconds and you'll lose a ton of time. So using sword beams allows you to slash them from a safe distance where they won't freeze in a place that blocks you.
So Turtle Rock is kind of a continuation of the theme from Meyer. Everything does 4 hearts of damage. They expect you to have blue mail and bottles and a ton of health. But fortunately for us, there's a ton of anti-fairies in this dungeon, so if anything goes sideways at all, we should be just fine.
There's also a little bit of prize pack manipulation, so when the enemies drop prizes, it's based on a counter from your last save and quit. How many times have you killed that type of enemy or that prize pack? Normally in the NMG run, you will have encountered an enemy of that type in Castle Tower, and if that enemy has dropped a fairy, then you won't get the fairy here. But because the person who went through Castle Tower was a different person, those are not synced, which means that you always get your fairy drop in TR in this run. It's really nice.
That's really nice. That's a really unique kind of knowledge of how the generation works. So that's really cool.
Okay,
It was discovered relatively recently, just a few years ago.
So, Bitey took damage on purpose from that spike. This is a place you don't want sword beams. There's a lot of enemies that will die in 1 hit to your Master Sword and will not die in 1 hit to a sword beam, and it's easy for the sword beam to just override the Master Sword damage. One of those enemies is the boss of this dungeon. You don't want sword beams going in. So he took purposeful damage that will also boost him in the correct direction so he doesn't lose too much time coming in here with the amount of health he's used to having. Still gets bopped though, turns into a bunny temporarily, takes another purposeful damage so that he can get some hits on this Gibdo. But we're here on so many health that the damage that we took from that Gibdo doesn't even matter. This is the amount of health that we're used to having in NMG.
Pending RNG, we're going to be just fine. He gets a double hit off of that block there, and we actually got him in 4 hits. That's really, really nice. Very friendly RNG there. So you see Fricker just got his health refilled, and then he collected the heart from the Skull Woods boss. So now he's back to -1 heart.
Oh, classic co-op.
And the thing of it is, too, it's a little bit faster to have sword beams for the various switches and things in Turtle Rock. But
Yeah, I don't know. Well, given that we already have the powder out, if it saves enough time to powder up Fairy now, probably not.
I wouldn't think.
Especially if he's still on his Fairy drop from the Pokies. He might just get a heal anyway.
We got the God 1 out of 16 Pokies 2 RNG. That
Wow.
saves a full cycle on this roller. These 2 rooms are synced. That roller starts moving as soon as you enter the Pokies room, so that's a fat time save there. It's
It's a fat time save. Yeah, and even with that Fairy drop, definitely not worth picking it up, given that you have won yourself a very rare, clean entry into the next room. You don't want to squander it. So we're using some Aria strats instead in the roller room, which is still pretty fast. But very easy for those beams to just get eaten by the roller and have to wait a couple seconds.
We're going to see Bitey do Ice Palace here.
Yeah, if you saw him use the flute here, what he actually was doing was he's resetting that same variable that arms spooky action in Mire to make sure that his fire rod behaves normally in the first room so that he can hit the freeze ore from a favorable location and not have to wait for it to pop out of the wall and hit it with a direct shot.
That was also a relatively recent development, the whole theory crafting behind Ancilla slots and spooky action. Fricker is going for a very risky laser skip. That was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. I guess if it went wrong, he does have access to that powder, and there are anti-fairies in this room. So if you're going to do it anywhere, do it in co-op.
Fricker likes to show off the swag strats. I respect it.
There's just so
Fricker
much
is
high-level
also-
movement. It's really impressive.
There's like no ceiling to it. Like you can. The world record is still being pushed down to this day. We just had a recent world record not too long ago, about 1 month, I would say.
The world record is currently 1:23, 0 seconds, and it's like 0.94. So we're like less than a second from the 122. It's
So
coming.
close. And that
close.
run has 2 blue balls and ag in him. So even just with better RNG, we have already multiple seconds of time save in theory.
Trinex has a little bit of RNG, but that was a very straightforward Trinex fight. There's not very much variation typically.
Yeah, we use this strat called the backdoor strat where we dash behind him and try and hit the heads before they can, barely before they've even moved out. The less time Trinex stays on screen, the less RNG you have to deal with. So that strat, while it looks hard, can actually make the fight quite a bit more consistent.
All right, so what we're looking at here coming up is Fricker's completing the Turtle Rock Crystal cutscene. Bitey is dropping into Cold Stare in just a second here, and by the time Fricker completes the Ganon's Tower overworld, Bitey will have collected the crystal to unlock Ganon's Tower within the next 20 seconds or so. So really, really cutting it close on time here, but it's so cool how optimized this is.
Yeah, beautiful cold stare fight. That's called the single poke dash strat. Allows you to hit cold stare before they even have a chance to separate. And it's one of the fastest ways to do this boss, which is really important because Fricker is going to be waiting for that crystal to open.
Yeah, we're
Here we go.
literally just a few seconds away on timing there. It's
That's fantastic.
really awesome to see.
This has been a really clean run with regards to sync. Everything has been minimal wait time. There are some places where the wait time will just happen, but the places where we expect it to sync up, it's so far been synced up pretty well.
Does anyone know how we're doing on time now? We're about 8 minutes out here.
Timer on my end is 47:10. So
We're going to be cutting it really close on time. They're probably going to get like a 55 here.
There's a little bit of RNG at the end with the Ganon fight. He can warp infinitely. Every time he warps in phase 3 is a 50-50 die roll. So those are each 3 seconds long. Those can add up. So prayer for good RNG if you want to see another world record on restream here.
So for Ganon's Tower, this segment is divided into two parts. The first part is the basement portion where you go through, do the Ice Armos refight, and get the big key, and that gives you access to the top portion of the tower climb, which by the time Bitey gets to Ganon's Tower, they'll both just climb the tower together and then defeat Ganon individually. And that will be the end of the run. So there's no downtime for either of them from here on out.
So Fricker is getting the big key. Bitey is actually getting some speed items for Ganon. So these are normally picked up as safeties, but because Bitey is waiting for the Ganon's Tower climb, this is a free time save in the Ganon fight. The silver arrows are the intended way to defeat Ganon in phase 4. You're supposed to freeze him and then hit him with silver arrows 4 times. The normal speedrun doesn't do that. There's some vulnerability frames that Ganon has that you can take advantage of with a sword spin, and that saves time over getting silvers in the solo run. But here, if we can get the silvers for free, we can save a ton of time in this fight.
This optimally, if you kill him in 2 cycles with the silver arrows, makes phase 4 about 30 seconds faster, so well worth it.
Yeah, and we're also going to get the last sword. It doesn't really do that much. Most enemies will die in 1 hit to the tempered sword, but it's free, and there are some optimizations in Ganon and in the climb where you can like hit an enemy that would normally require, for example, land molas. If you miss a fire rod shot, you can just use the sword instead and manage magic a little bit easier. But Ganon in phase 3, you can just poke him instead of slash, making sure that you hit him on the first frame. It's a very small optimization, but it's free, so why not?
I would have liked to see them get the silver arrows here first, so that the mimics would only need 1 arrow each instead of 2.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you seeing what's happening on Bitey's screen with the silvers?
Yeah.
Is he frozen on your end?
He is frozen on my end. I'm going to refresh this and see if anything changes.
I think there may have been a little bit of a sync issue with the bow and silvers. Normally we would have them by now.
Yeah, he appears to be throwing the bow into the pond right now.
Here we go. These runners are used to climbing the tower with the normal bow, so it doesn't save that much time. It saves a little bit, but it's not the end of the world if we have a sync issue here, especially because Bitey is just going to sit at the pyramid and wait for the hole to open, and that's really all he can do now. Like, the run is over for him until Ganon.
Yeah, I guess I was mistaken there. I thought Bitey would also be doing Ganon's Tower with him.
I don't think there's really an optimization there. I don't think it saves time. And I can't remember if this is true now, but I know that in the times I've played randomizer climbing Ganon's Tower, I don't think you can actually both get worked out of the Agatu arena. The last time I tried it, one of us got soft locked waiting for a bird that never came.
Oh no.
That was a nice 1 cycle Lenmo 2 from Fricker.
Nice. Using the bow.
Using
it
the
saves
silver
magic.
arrows.
Yeah, it saves magic, so you can optimize the climb to not use as much magic and not require a magic potion grab. So let's see if he utilizes that optimization.
Yeah, I imagine he'll be skipping the magic refill after Torches 1.
It takes a little bit of the risk out of that room because there is a glitch. It's a frame perfect glitch, but it can happen. And of course, it'll happen in a marathon if nowhere else. So
Exactly.
now we don't have to worry
If you
about
enter a
it.
staircase on the same frame that a door opens, which would be when the torches go out, if those interactions happen at the exact same time, it will despawn all of the sprites in the castle, and you have to warp out and reload everything, so it loses several minutes.
So if you were worried about your health, you could grab a fairy here as well, but Fricker's a very accomplished NMG runner and has the gold sword, which will make the first 2 phrases free. You don't have to worry about one cycling each one. You can just hit him 6 times and the 1 cycle will happen. Very nice.
Coming up on our favorite geometry wizard here.
Yeah, the pressure is on. This is one of the hardest fights to do quickly.
It really is. This is one of the most practiced rooms in the game.
It's impossible to line up your angles properly, and then of course you can throw blue balls as well. The two clones will always throw orange balls that you can reflect, but the main Aghanim can throw a blue ball at the second and third phase. Very nice. I think that might have been a double, because if they hit at the same time, it only counts as one.
Mm-hmm.
Pattern's a little bit harder, but we get one out of it.
Potential triple setup?
Yeah, maybe.
There we go.
There we go.
Very nice.
2-1-3. Love to see it.
All right, we are about 2 minutes out here. So the nice thing about the gold sword on the first two phases of Ganon is he only requires 6 slashes instead of 12, so the timing is really, really lenient here. No pressure whatsoever.
Normally with the tempered sword, you'd have to time its spin on its trident so that you bounce back into him and hit him twice. But here you just hit him a couple times and he's on to phase 2, on to phase 3.
Mm-hmm. The timing
easy.
is so tight when you're on PB pace. I've seen so many runners lose the run to trident spin multiple times on good pace.
Here, the tighter your pace is, the fewer frames you have to work with. How it works.
You're not wrong.
All right, here's the RNG. The final RNG of the game is Ganon. So
Getting some
pray
warps
for.
here on Bitey's side.
Oh yeah. The time ends when the last player enters the Triforce room, so it's really the person who gets the most warps who loses.
So after these 4 sections of tiles fall away, we're going to see the torches go out. And what we want to happen here is we want to light one torch, and then we want to light the second torch when Ganon is in the middle of one of his warps down. And then you can fire multiple silver arrows at him in one cycle. So we're going to try to get him in 2 warps here. So
Yeah.
we see Bitey doing 3 arrows here, and then we'll get him on the next
Yes.
one.
Very good. Wow.
Coming up on time in
Whoa.
about 15 seconds here.
Just a few seconds off from each other. That was a really nice
That was
Ganon fight.
fantastic.
I think
That
I saw
was-
triples on both sides.
Besides Aghanim, that was an absolutely insane run. Everything was clean. Good game, guys. Very nice run.
Yeah, and there's time. The second player's in the room. Fantastic. Wow.
So give it up for Bitey and Fricker putting on this excellent show, showing the textbook, just absolutely textbook NNG co-op run. You can get into this yourself. Again, you don't have to be a 124 runner to do co-op. It's very fun to do, even as a beginner.
Absolutely. And what's their PB? What's the world record actually?
I think it was 55-10. I may be mistaken.
All
but
right. Well, yeah,
it's
this is a 55-22. Extremely good run. Wow. That's fantastic. How close they were. That was so clean. Really incredible.
Yeah, if we got 2 less blue balls for Aghanim 1, this would have been world record.
Absolutely incredible. All right, let's pull them on in to say hi, because we'll get some post commentary from Bitey and Fricker here. Let's do it. Hey Bitey, hey Fricker, congratulations on the run. That was fantastic.
How are you doing?
Thank you.
Guys, this run was insane.
55-22, really fantastic.
I feel like everything just clicked and happened exactly as intended.
Yeah, there was a lot of race nerves, a lot of, there wasn't any major mistakes, but there was a lot of minor mistakes, playing it safe, a little bit of powdering, just things that you might not in a normal run mistakes make. But, I mean, that's how it goes. It's a marathon. We wanted to do our best. I think we were like 1 second off our PB.
Yeah, it was
By
amazing.
my time. Yeah, we were so close. And we only got that PB yesterday in another marathon. So to almost get 2 back-to-back PBs was awesome.
That's just incredible. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for a no reset showcase, and I mean, everyone in chat absolutely enjoyed it, and there were so many syncs together. That was like really cool.
And with the 4 blue balls again, I felt like, yeah, there were so many things that were just so closely synced. Like the Ganon's Tower cutscene was only a delay of a few seconds there. Was there anything in particular that was like more out of sync than you had intended, or did it pretty much go as planned for you?
The two or three main syncs is the Aga sync, and that's the first one. There's really not much Fricker can do. He goes and gets some cash while I go and fight Aga. Then the next sync is obviously me waiting at the pegs at pods. We were out of sync a little bit there. We lost a few seconds on the pod there, and then kind of as we went, we were both sort of flip-flopping back and forth with sort of making minor mistakes along the way. So we ended up at GT with very minimal time loss. So really, at the end of the day, you know, if Fricker had, you know, God run and I didn't, or vice versa, he would have been waiting at GT anyways. So you kind of have to work together. We were kind of playing off that. We're like, okay, I made a mistake here. Fricker's like, okay, I'm going to mirror out. I'm going to use powder. And then he's like, oh, I made a mistake here. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this bit a little bit safer. So we kind of played that way along the run, just to sort of keep ourselves in check. And we kind of know roughly where we are. So it pretty much worked out perfectly that we got to the GT with about 2 or 3 seconds of waitings.
Yeah, exactly. Very minimal downtime there.
I like to call this run half the game, twice the pressure, because you don't want to let your friend down.
Yeah, exactly.
So we were telling everyone, co-op is now available for online play. If anyone wants to get in on this and play online A Link to the Past co-op, how would we go about doing that?
There is a Link to the Past online Discord and community. If you go to speedrun.com and you look in the category extensions, you will find the co-op run in there, or the co-op board. And in there is a section that explains exactly how to do it. If you need any help, I'm on there. Just send me a message and I'm more than happy to help you. Lots of help in the Link to the Past community in itself, and A Link to the Past online. While we're on that subject, I'd like to say a huge thanks to GSD and Solidius. I think GSD is the main guy behind this A Link to the Past online. We would not be here playing this if it wasn't for him and his hard work. And Solidius as well, I think, has been doing some stuff behind the scenes. We've been working on this project to try and get it more modernized over the last year or so. And we've been going back and forth with like a key issue or this issue, and we would fire stuff off, and a couple of days later he's going through the logs and giving us a new update. So he's working behind the scenes to make this possible. So I can't say thanks enough to them to make that possible. And like I said, it's a lot of fun this run. Even obviously Link to the Past people that have been here for a long time. We really want to push to try and get people onto this, because it is a ton of fun. I hope everyone enjoyed their run. Fun for everyone.
Well, guys, Bitey, Fricker, thanks so much for the fantastic run. I've got to get going and get set up for my next segment, so I'm going to get out of here. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you to Mom and Mugumon. The commentary was absolutely fantastic. It was super informative, so thank you so much. So yeah, Bitey, Fricker, you both did fantastic. I've put their Twitch channels in the chat. Please drop them both a follow. It was an absolutely fantastic run. And don't go anywhere. If you've been enjoying co-op Link to the Past, we have another run up next, which is One Mind. And if you've not heard of One Mind before, the controls are going to swap between our two runners every second. So there are 2 people controlling one Link going through A Link to the Past. Is going to be absolutely incredible. So we're going to go on a short break now. Stick around, grab some water, take a stretch, and we're going to have more A Link to the Past in just a bit. So stay tuned.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to It's Dangerous to Go Alone, a show celebrating cooperative speedruns. Today is all about Link to the Past, and we just saw a co-op no major glitches, no save and quit run, which was fantastic. And now we have another very, very unique co-op run to show, which is called One Mind. Before we jump into that, I have a handful of announcements. So the Games Done Quick Highlights is a channel that features highlights of our GDQ Hotfix shows. You can use !highlights command to learn more about our highlights and check those videos out. They're absolutely fantastic. And speaking of YouTube, if you happen to be watching on YouTube, come on and join us over at twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick if you're interested in looking at our live content, starting weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. So we have shows going on every day pretty much, so you can always check out the amazing stuff we have here on Hotfix. So it is time for more A Link to the Past co-op, and this is going to be an absolute treat. We've got the runners here, Satan Spawn and Moogle Mod, who are going to tell us a little bit about what the heck is One Mind, what's going to be going on. So how are you two doing?
What's up, Frozen? We're doing well.
What's up? I'm Moogle Mod, back from the previous run. I have a face this time.
Wow.
Yes, he does. Moogle is on a double, and I'm Satan Spawn. So One Mind is a version of A Link to the Past where the controls of Link switch between player 1 and player 2 every 1 second. So you'll see green Link for 1 second and then red Link for 1 second throughout the whole run. So I control green Link. He's red Link.
So this is basically a vanilla NMG, and we're playing the game effectively at the same time. And the kicker here is we have to coordinate strats in real time. And the thing about A Link to the Past is there's a lot of variation in RNG enemy movements in a lot of these rooms, and we have to read RNG, adapt to it, and decide what strategy to use and communicate that in real time without getting completely wrecked. So that's kind of the difficult part of it. And that's why we decided to commentate this run ourselves, because we want you to hear that banter and communication between the two of us. I think it's a lot more immersive than having someone explain to you what's happening.
Oh yeah, I love hearing. We had a 2-player 1 controller Ori and the Blind Forest, and just hearing the communication between the controls and I think it's gonna be awesome having y'all self-commentate and literally talk about how you're figuring out how to get through this. So this is gonna be a blast. I can't wait.
So if we don't offer as much explanation of what's happening as far as gameplay goes, I apologize for that, but we'll try to make up for it in arguing with each other.
No, it'll be perfect. The great thing is we kind of got to see a little bit of a more standard run before this. A lot of explaining happened there. So if you missed the VOD of this, you can also go back and watch that on YouTube as well. So this gonna be a blast. Are you both ready to go?
I think we're ready. Let's count it in.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get started. In 3, 2, 1, good luck.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh my gosh, I can't
So
wait.
we're doing an any percent, no major glitches version of A Link to the Past. One Mind. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, we can reset
looking
real
like
quick, no
game
problem.
audio maybe dropped out. 1 second, y'all. We're gonna make sure we got that. Let's see if we can hear it. Also, I love the SNES menu. Fantastic. Oh, okay. One second. Still working through some audio stuff. Yeah. We're still fixing some audio stuff. Okay, so okay, so what do we need to fix for the game audio? Hello, welcome back. Did you know that audio is hard sometimes? But don't worry, we're back with It's Dangerous to Go Alone, celebration of cooperative speedruns, and we've got A Link to the Past, One Mind with Satan Spawn and Moogle. We're ready to restart and get into it. So, are we ready again? We got this?
I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Guess we're ready.
All right, fantastic. So, starting up again. Let's do this in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, guys. So to answer your question about One Mind world record, so on the leaderboard in ALTTP category extensions, it says 140.02 is the world record for One Mind. That's not exactly true. That's just the fastest submitted time. So typically in the past, One Minds have only been performed at live events like GDQs. So the actual world record for this category dates back to like AGDQ 2015. And that would have been by Blunt Bunny and Zelda, who you're probably familiar with if you guys followed this game. I don't know exactly what their best time ever was, but obviously it was just a for fun thing at a live event. There was no leaderboard, so the run wasn't recorded. So I want to say it was around a sub 90 time, but you'd have to check with those guys.
That's a pretty good time. That's like our goal. We plan on grinding One Mind once we get a couple other projects out of the way. That's our ultimate goal, to get a sub 90. Our real PB is a 139.17, even though it's not on the leaderboard. And we are definitely in shape to cut that time today, hopefully. So
yeah, we're looking at about a 137, 138. So right there, both of us held the sword out coming through that bush to poke that guard that was moving up. And that's one of those things that both of us just know to do. So there's a lot of stuff that's pre-communicated. So because there's just not enough time to agree on everything, so we mostly have our strats pre-communicated.
but there will be plenty of on-the-fly events happening, I'm sure.
Because the theme of this game is things don't always go according to plan, and adapting in real time is tricky because we're not necessarily going to agree how to make that adaptation on the fly. That's where it gets fun.
Also, great co-op, Bidey and Fricker. Big GG's on that.
These guys were 1 second off of the world record, so that was really exciting. All right, got left RNG, no big deal.
Got the poke spin, nice. Yeah, so the nice thing about my stream setup is that it's fully portable because I am a laptop gamer. So in the future at GDQs, I'm definitely going to bring this and...
Okay, kill him.
Yes, kill him.
Sort out. One pot.
One pot.
Down. Very clean.
That's nice, yeah.
259 key is pretty good on One Mind.
Oh. But yeah, I definitely would like to see some more submissions on the leaderboard. It's just such a difficult thing to even find two people that know the speed run and get them together in person to do a run. That's why there's only a couple. Submissions on the One Mind leaderboard. But I definitely do plan to record a couple other attempts at live events.
We're hoping to change that. We want to get some people on the leaderboard, and we will do our best to record runs for them.
And we do plan to go to SGDQ. Are we going to see any of you gamers there?
We'll see you nerds there.
And if we do see you there and you want to do a One Mind, please let us know. We'll get it recorded. Or if you just want to do a Master Sword, a shorter version of this run, those are also fun. We could totally do something like that too.
Bro, you have no idea. He goes for optimal tight double readies on One Mind. It's absolutely bonkers.
Oh my god, yep. I did a Master Sword attempt with Fricker, who if you're watching the last speedrun He is one of the best of this game, and I'm not exactly at that level at all. So he was definitely going for some strategies that like I don't even go for.
So one of the things about doing a one mind is you need to give yourself more space to react, and that's pretty much one of the big themes of our movement choices is just giving a lot of space for reaction time, because we're not going to do the inputs at exactly the same time. So having an extra tile or two of space at times is really helpful. All right, that's good. Move down.
Oh.
Well, okay, slash. All right, that's good. We still have 2 hearts. This is pretty good.
Yeah, this is fine.
I take that. We're hoping for like anything sub 6 on escape here would be decent. We got the bad key rat, but you know, wait a little bit. Okay.
That loses just a couple seconds just from the RNG. That's the Seattle key rat because he went all the way to Seattle.
Slash.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we're looking at about a 601 here, so it's not a total disaster. Oh, okay. Now it is.
No, it's fine. It's fine. 602 escape for one mind. That's not bad.
Oh, what are they doing exactly? How is it co-op? So she controls green link, I control red link, and it switches every 60 frames. So we're basically playing the game at the same time as it rapidly switches controls. There's pretty much no way to just play your character, so you have to do inputs the whole time. And so things like boss fights get a little bit tricky because we will be wanting to move in different directions to react to boss RNG patterns. And if we disagree on which way we're going, say she's pressing left and I'm pressing right, then when it switches control, she'll be like, wait, where are we going?
Never a dull moment in one mind. I promise.
Slash. Good.
Oh.
Okay, that's good.
It's fine.
Got him. That Octorok can be a little tricky. There's a lot of different things you can do. Thanks for the good vibes. What's up, Raiders?
Thanks for the raid, guys.
Slash. Alright, we're gonna grab the heart pot.
Oh, we need to get the...
Oh yeah, we do need to get the rupees.
Yeah.
Good call. So...
Moogle, you're supposed to be the one that remembers the things.
Whoa, hey now. So we're collecting rupees early because we're gonna do some big marathon safety routing. So we will be collecting net and 2 bottles after Eastern Palace. So this should make it a real comfy run. NMG means no major glitches. So there are various things you can do, like wrong warps, out of bounds.
Okay. Here we go.
Walking under the floor. We're going to be doing a couple of minor game breaks, like we'll be able to swim without getting the flippers. We'll be able to run in all directions at dash speed. There's various exploits we can do. We'll be doing bomb damage boosting over pits. But we're mostly going to play the game as intended. I'm so surprised that we have not managed to collect any enemy rubies at this point. All right, so we're just gonna do the big key backup from the stairs.
Yep, from the stairs. So yeah, like this room coming up, we're not going to do the optimal strat. We're just going to go right into the easier backup strat.
Kill the guy though.
Slashing, yep. Here we
Very
go.
clean. And that loses like less than a second, so we're not super worried about doing optimal strats. It's mostly about consistency overall. If we have good communication and consistently clean execution, it's going to be way better than trying to go for optimal everything. All right, so we are going to slash the popo.
Yep.
And we'll use the menu for that.
Okay.
All right, that's good. Because that's why. Nice. I whiffed that left press, so I'm glad you got it.
That was good. Because we're emo kids.
You're doing right eye go first?
Right, I go first. Yep.
Okay. I'm sure FMP could set that up for you if you really wanted it. Nice.
Go to the right.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that.
Nice.
Okay. And back way up. Okay.
Nice.
We're going to do a little bit of a quick kill on Armless Knights here. So where he doesn't do his enrage phase.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Solid.
This is pretty clean. So we took the extra rupees here. So overall, we're ahead on execution. So
Those rupees are like 10 seconds, right?
I thought it was like 15, but I don't know. I never really counted it out. So it's not enough to worry about in any case.
Good split then. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get the boots here. And so the way spin speed works is we need to hold the sword out and then drop a sword spin and press the dash button on the next frame. So as soon as we collect the boots here, we're able to do that. But because it switches controls, one player can hold the sword button, the other player can hold the dash button. And when it switches controls, it will activate the dash button on the first available frame.
Okay, so I'm being your A, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes the spin speed setup 100% free.
Like the one thing that's easier in one mind.
Okay. Got it.
Nice. Yep, probably the only thing. Shoutouts to Serious Chord for finding that.
Yo, shoutouts to Mossies from Zelda Dungeon. He's good people. We did One Mind at his house last summer, and it was awesome.
What do you need to like physically do One Mind? Like in terms of how do you set this up?
You need the One Mind ROM file, which you can find conveniently located in the A Link to the Past wiki under the ROM hacks section. And then you just need a device that you can play ROM files on. So if you're set up to play randomizer, you can play One Mind.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's all. And I know, a ton of people love to play randomizer, so sure, this would be super fun if you got someone in your house to play with.
Yeah, so what I haven't seen yet is casual players trying a One Mind just casually. See, I think that'd be a lot of fun. And I think that'd be great content for a stream. Just downloading the One Mind hack and finding a friend to just go through this game with. I really would love to see that.
Yo, thanks, Wera. Wera is an absolute homie. I love this dude.
I just love sitting in the cutscene, seeing the Link bounce back and forth. Colors, it just cracks me up.
All right, above the pink.
Oh, yeah.
And walk it out. Oh, yeah. So clean. We did
That was
none
my
of those
fault.
things.
That was probably Green Link's fault.
That's kind of one of those things where, like, sometimes things just happen in one mind and there's nothing you can do about it, and you got to do the best you can to recover quickly.
Just don't panic. That's all.
Yeah, it's mostly just don't panic and minimize recovery time.
Oh yeah,
We
you
have a
menu
pause
here,
buffer.
don't you?
Yeah, perfect. That's good. Run it. We didn't get water dash.
Oh really, Poyo? No way.
Shoutouts to Parkour Chicken, my brother IRL.
Aww. Love it.
A phenomenal Super Mario 64 player.
It's a Parkour Chicken. A little bit of a meme.
Yeah, I had seen Super Mario World One Mind before, but had never seen this game One Mind. But it's just
I
so
did
cool. I love
catch
it.
that Super Mario World One Mind. That was really fascinating. Was that Author Blues?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
And this is so cool, and it makes sense that you could also do it with this game, and I'm sure others. It's just a really fantastic way to play a game that you both obviously have so much time put into as well.
Walk right.
Also, Malmo, who commentated Bitey and Fricker's run, apparently did an RMG, which is a very glitched category, as a One Mind recently.
They do a lot of overworld glitches and manipulations in that category. It's super fascinating stuff.
That sounds way more difficult than what we're doing here, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, doing glitches with One Mind, it's like that's when you're doing pixel lineups and really precise movement, right? So that sounds
Exactly.
intense.
Fuck this up.
Malmo is a very prolific glitch category runner.
But yeah, we have a lot of fun on stream by kind of creating different ways to play the game, like Bitey, who has literally done an NMG run on a treadmill.
Oh, his treadmill run is absolutely
Guys.
Bitey
disgusting.
told me about that. It sounds hilarious.
Bitey is just a freak human being. He does like ultra marathons, and he's just the coolest guy in the world.
Yeah, it's like that's the thing with like games like this that, you know, we've been playing for so long. It's you gotta find bigger and badder ways to play it, huh? Including being on a
Yeah.
heckin' treadmill and swapping controls
Yeah.
every second.
And spoilers, I have a project coming up this summer where I'm going to attempt to play One Mind by myself. So that's one hand per controller.
He's not lying, people.
That's very impressive. That's super, super cool. What an awesome challenge run. And if people
So
want to
he's
check that
learned
out,
that-
I put the Twitch streams of
Let's
both
get
these
a
runners
heart.
here in the chat.
Yeah, okay.
So
See, Moogle has learned the entire game with each hand separately, so he could play a full game right hand, a full game left hand, and then we're like, why don't we get you on a One Mind?
It's been a work in progress for over 2 years now.
that's super cool.
All right,
Okay,
that's
right, slash.
yeah. All right, go to the last one. All right, that's fine. Slash. Yep. Okay.
All right. Wow, he's still alive.
Okay. This one should just need a slash, but
Yeah,
we'll
I
arrow
think
him just
so.
in case.
Okay. But, oh my god. Okay, there we go.
Wow. Okay, he kind of got away from us there. But
Not our best, but we're still out here. Let's go.
Whoop, whoop.
We
There
probably
you
should have
go.
picked up fairies. We forgot, but that's okay.
yeah, we did forget. Let's do the Fairy Cave by Link's house. right? It's just north and slightly west of Link's house.
Okay.
So typically in an NMG run, we would do fake flippers here to save some overworld movement to Tower of Hera. We kind of glitched the swimming animation and it lets us swim without the flippers. We're not doing that routing for a couple different reasons, but mostly in this case, we're just doing it for fairies for safety. So go to the right here.
Oh yeah, it's over here.
Dash up.
Oh, it's been a while since I've been in this cave. Let's go.
And we're going to go above and dash left through the bushes.
Oh.
The hardest thing about this run is agreeing on menuing. Number one hardest thing.
Yeah, because there's multiple routes through the menu that have the same amount of inputs. So
if we really, really wanted to optimize this run, we would standardize all of our menu inputs, and we haven't quite got to that level yet.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
you're gonna
incredible.
you're gonna see us fight over the menu a little bit. Thickness. Well, not only is it a struggle because of that, but also we don't normally pick up safeties when we do this speedrun solo, so there's more items in the menu that we're not used to having. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of an issue too, is because we're swapping
Good luck.
players. So sometimes when we both press an input in the menu, it'll count twice, which is also an issue.
Yeah, we probably lose at least 30 seconds on the run to menus. Not gonna lie, I would guess.
Menuing is the hardest part of speedrunning. It just is. It's a fact.
Do you want to do a real spin speed here?
Yeah, we'll go for it. If not, we'll do the one mine setup on the big ladder.
Okay.
It's really hard to delay long enough to do the one mine setup or spin speed on
Let's
this.
slash him. Okay.
Let's just go for it.
All right, we got it.
Because Boulder RNG can be very unfriendly here, so there's
Oh my
not
God.
a lot of time to sit and set something up. All right, just go right in.
No, I don't like doing that.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go above. Kind of just debating about strategies on the fly here.
Good menu.
Okay, he's in the way, so okay. The dead rock actually despawned itself. If he moves far enough to the right, he's on a separate super tile and just despawns himself, which is really nice.
Yeah, the real final boss is the menu.
All right, go right. Dash. I don't know why I menued there. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, we get to see Furry Link for about 5 seconds. Go left.
Furry
Dash.
Link.
And it's one of the best tracks in the game, too. All right, sort out. And we're just going to camp in this spot and do some dash buffers to kill the tiles here.
The Red Bull drinking room.
Coffee break room. Yeah, pre-planning strats makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of things that you can normalize movement for, but some of the stuff you just have to react. But most of our strats are discussed previously. We try to...
Oh, sorry.
Yep. Just slash it. We try to... Yeah, that's good. Go left. Dash. We try to eliminate as much communication during the run as possible. Yeah, down. Okay.
Another thing is, with our solo NMG times, Moogle's time is about 10 minutes faster
All right, go
than mine. So like,
That's good. Grab the pot and go above.
above.
Yep. Okay, get the arrows.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So, when we just play this game normally, our strats are pretty different.
Safety switch. Okay, and we're gonna count 5.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll drop the bomb and then
Yeah.
just count, and I'll tell you when to go.
We need that. That's good.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do a 3, 2, 1 for the bomb, okay?
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
4, 5.
Okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
Abort.
Wow. Bomb. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Yes. Out there. That bomb must have fallen in the pit. and
That's
not
awesome
hit
how
us.
you coordinate that with the timings. That's really cool.
Whoa.
Oh my
Okay, let's
God.
get out of here. All right, we're gonna try to menu to arrows for the setup here.
Yes, we can do it. That's
All
good.
Up a little bit, up 1.
All right, we're good. Let's
Just get 3. Okay,
let's go.
and we're gonna try to give
Dash
Moldorm
strats?
quite a bit of
No.
space. Yeah,
Dash
dash
strats
strats.
seem to work best for a 1 mine, even though they're not
Okay.
great.
Slash. All right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
That's okay.
I
It's not the end of the world. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's try again.
I would not have wanted to go left because he was moving that direction. So we totally disagreed on which direction to go there, and that's what happens.
That's what makes it spicy.
Okay, sort out left. Wait for him to come down. All right, go. All right, go. Go. Wait for him to come down. Go. All right, give him some space.
Go.
Go up and go.
All right.
Not bad, not bad.
Well done. I mean, it takes me like 7 tries to beat that boss, so that was impressive
It's a
to
really
me.
rough casual boss.
We just got a
is.
we got a really aggressive pattern on that first drop, so we didn't have time to agree on movement.
But at least we fell early in the fight. That's always what you want if you do fall. All right. Sorry, I don't know why I went that way. I know that's wrong.
But overall, this is still pretty smooth. So far, so good. All right, we're gonna have to cancel this early because we don't have the
1,
menu.
2, 3, 4. Early.
Yep. All right, we're just gonna hold.
And then up left slightly.
Yep.
Yep. Good setup.
That's
Oh,
a bonk.
yeah, it is a bonk, isn't it?
That's a bonk. Yeah, so another interesting thing too is it's really easy. We'll just not get it on the way back. That's
Okay.
fine. It's really easy to bonk on objects in Lost Woods. So we have to like both recognize that it's a bonk pixel and adjust. And it's definitely not the easiest thing
Easy,
to coordinate.
right? All right, we got our sword. Let's
Whoop,
go.
whoop, all right. Nice job. This is really fun. Y'all are doing a fantastic job also of
so much.
explaining and also just seeing the real-time communication is, I think, really enjoyable.
Yeah, we each have our own controller, and only one of us can play at the same time. You know, so we change control depending on what color Link is.
But yeah, what we do is we don't just like click inputs when it's our turn. We just play normally.
Yeah, and it's like the
That would
difference that
be-
we've been talking about is
Don't get
different
the
strats,
mushroom.
different movement, stuff like that. Got to try and coordinate as best you can.
That's a bonk.
It sure is.
Now the run gets hard. That was just the warm up.
Yeah, Aghanim's Tower is a pretty execution-heavy segment, too.
It definitely is. It's really just strat after strat in there.
And a lot of it is RNG-based, too, so it's definitely one of the harder ones. This should be fine.
Oh, we good.
Yo, shoutouts to Satan Spawn.
Our friend without the underscore. Let's go. Satan.
I love that.
All right, so we're just gonna do and then move down, and then move back up. I don't know.
Wait. Until they're touching.
Okay. Flash.
It's the baby strat. That's why I know it better than him.
All right, so we got the heart drop here. So that means there's a 50% chance that we're going to get the fairy drop in Palace of Darkness, which we do not want. We want to preserve that fairy for Turtle Rock. So fingers crossed on that one.
Oh yeah, you want to dash in there?
Slash, dash.
I like to take damage in here.
Okay.
Now you know.
Now I know. I kind of dropped my controller for a second. No big deal. This is kind of a big RNG point right here.
We have enough.
Slash. Just, yeah. All right.
Yeah. Like that. The key dash. That's a hard strat. That's not a baby strat.
All right.
Nice.
Go down below.
Okay. It's okay. Oh, I thought that one would die. It's okay.
Boomerang.
Just
okay,
slash,
just kill him.
slash him, yeah.
Very good. Let's get it.
So that was a very on-the-fly backup.
That worked out really well considering. That can go very wrong.
Yeah, that room can be awful. Let's slash him. We are really close. Okay. All right. But that wasn't the movement I would have chosen. But Moogle went on and did it, and it worked, so we're good.
It is a modified version of the game. You can find the One Mine ROM hack on the A Link to the Past wiki under the ROM hacks section.
But yeah, big shout-outs to Bidey and Fricker22. You see those guys in chat? You should definitely give them a follow. They're both phenomenal streamers. Fricker right now is doing... His current project is... He calls it Frickathon, so he's trying to PB in every single... Oh, I'm sorry, I menued. In every single category he knows, which is 27, right?
I believe it's 27.
Can we get a
categories.
confirmation? Is it 27? He's got a decently sized backlog of speedruns. Some of them he plays many categories in, so... All around great streamer and God gamer. I can't, what's the word? I forgot the word, it's okay. I'm just trying to say he's a God gamer. He should be followed.
Yeah, follow everyone who's been doing all the runs today, y'all, if you enjoy A Link to the Past or enjoy co-op games. It's just been all around a fantastic show today.
All right, we're running against 2 blue balls, and we've got 1 so far, so this could be the one. All right.
You can't say that because, you know,
I do
he
what
can
I
hear
want.
you. Oh, let's just stay here.
All right, so it looks like we're going to get 3, so we're losing 12 seconds to PB execution, or RNG rather.
29. I'm really looking forward to... Oh, hold on. That's... Yeah, there we go. Okay,
That's
not
us.
bad.
We gotta
Three's
play the
not
video
bad.
game.
Not bad. I'm really looking forward to Fricker's NMG, The Link to the Past, because he has one of the best times in the world already. Like, I cannot wait for that grind, so... Do you know when you're gonna do that one?
I think viewers get to decide which category is next.
Oh, nice.
So, do we need to explain Agonips? If one of you guys would like to spam the emote, I mean, feel free.
If you're a Satan sub, then you do have the emote now.
I feel like it's very inappropriate, but you know, you guys do you.
It's censored. All right, Dark World, let's go.
It's an RNG manipulation, that's all I can say.
Yeah, buddy. Oh my god. There we go.
The stair spin zoomies is always so fun.
weird.
I love it.
Definitely one of the coolest parts of the run.
Yo, what's up, Eddie? Thanks for coming out, dude.
What's up,
Absolutely great to
Watson?
see community support today. It's awesome.
Oh my god. Shoutouts to Eddie as well. I do believe you will be the first person to achieve the 122. I am putting money on you, okay?
He's currently a little less than 1 second off of world record, so he's pretty okay at this game.
He's decent, yeah, I'd say.
This-
Oh, there we go. Thank you, chat.
yes, that's me. I'm sorry, guys.
It's a long story.
Absolutely incredible. How long have you two both been playing A Link to the Past?
Let's see. I'm coming up on my 2-year anniversary this May.
I first got into the speedrunning scene in like the fall of 2014, and I've kind of been in and out of it, but I've been more permanently around since like winter, early 2018. So 4 years now, I've been pretty active.
Yeah, fun fact, we met playing this game
We did.
during
we did.
lockdown.
Yes, I was going to ask. You're not the only people who have gotten together playing the game they've shown on my show, so that's adorable.
Yeah, that's
That's amazing.
really cool.
See, you're standing so much closer than I would. I thought we were in the danger zone right there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I normally menu there. It's okay.
Kelpsy, I know that gamer. All right, so now we have to coordinate our hammer jump, which, if you were here for the last speedrun, it is 2 pixel perfect setups that we have to coordinate together.
Easy, right?
Totally. It's free.
Pretty much.
Sword beam.
Okay.
And we're just going to walk this. I've just been chatting for the last 3 minutes. Like, I don't even know where I'm at right now.
But hey, you're
You
still
didn't know
making it
how
work.
to
Y'all are still moving. It's great.
Okay.
It's not falling
Focus
apart.
time.
We're good.
All right, that's the pixel.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
Yeah, we're just going to go down. Just
yeah.
That's it. Oh, we need the bomb. We need the bomb.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
I forgot we were going for the baby strat, so I went up as if we dropped 2 bombs to go for the
So we're changing
advanced
a
strat.
lot of
That's
things
okay.
for marathon safety. So like actually remembering to call it out is actually the hardest part. Yeah, it should be fine.
could have gone worse. We're still out here.
All right, I'm just gonna pause on the pixel and I'll let you know if it's good. That should be fine.
Nope. Dash.
Yeah, dash. All right, so mimics. You're gonna do right, left.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think. Sometimes it's hard to remember what I do, you know, until we're out there.
You kind of just let the muscle memory do its thing.
Tap down.
Actually remembering what you do is kind of a challenge sometimes.
Yeah, Bitey, you got to be one of the most wholesome streamers I know, and I swear every month I see him learning a new speed game. This man is an absolute machine. Very admirable.
Okay. Need some bless RNG for Turtle Party.
Let's go.
That was really, really nice.
Oh yeah, that's a good room. Nice.
Fantastic, absolutely. Run's been very clean so far. It's been awesome.
All right, so we're just gonna do the sword out setup. Yeah.
Spin speed?
No spin
No.
speed.
Okay.
It's a little hard to coordinate spin speed on one mind. It's too risky. So we got good RNG there. Wait.
Oh,
Despawn the
yeah.
fireball there.
That's awesome. Flash.
Down.
Flash.
3.
Okay, just tank it.
Yep. And one more. Okay. We got him. All right.
Good for one mind.
We played it really aggressive, but it paid off. And this is actually going to be a gold split for us.
Nice. Yeah, that was awesome.
So this next segment, after the next segment, we are going to take about a 5-minute break. So after Thieves Town, which is on deck.
Still flying through this. It's wow, it's so impressive. Also, we've gotten a lot of compliments on the camera, the black and white look. Very nice.
Yeah, it's Satan's classic setup.
It's fantastic. I love it.
Thank you. I mean, the real secret is that my face gets really red when I'm speedrunning, and nobody wants to see that. Kappa.
Right.
That's not a bonk. Good.
It's not a bonk.
So guys, if we do finish this speedrun early, we have a little something special for you, or Moogle does. And it's not just the email. We mentioned before that, hold on, let's get through this screen
right.
and not, yeah.
This overworld is pretty hard.
We mentioned before that Moogle knows, or Moogle can do a one mind
Walk down.
solo. So left hand on one controller, right hand on the other. So if we finish early enough, he's going to show you the first segment of this game. Solo one mind. Absolutely crazy to watch. And what's crazy is he was grinding this this category, and he was getting so good that I was like actually scared he was gonna like cut my PB soon if he kept at it. My solo PB.
For sure.
Like I was, oh my god, like I was derusting A Link to the Past at the time after taking a 4-month break.
I think this is good. Just walk up and dig.
Yeah, I took a 4-month break, came back to the game. During my derust, I mean, I was getting like plus 8 minutes on PB or worse. And Moogle over here was getting like a similar time.
So just to
with
give you guys an
his-
idea, our goal time for the day is a sub 140. And my time for one mind by myself is a low 139. So
That's scary. That's so good.
Absolutely filthy. He's a beast.
Yeah, but the good thing is, even if we may not have time for on stream today, everyone should just go follow, and you'll see all of that happening on the stream, right? The development of that big project. So
that's going to be my big project for
Yeah.
over the summer. I'm going to grind the crap out of that.
So
and
let
hopefully,
me throw y'all's Twitch streams in the chat, 'cause everyone should go
Thank
follow
you.
all of our runners today.
182.
182.
Yeah.
Link 182.
Link 182.
Well, Link 182.
Link 182. Get out of here.
I
dude.
love it. I love it.
Nice spin speed. God. That's such a horrible meme.
Yeah,
Okay,
but we love it. So
yeah, we do. But yeah, if you go to Moogle's channel and go into his highlights, you can find some of his PBs from the one-player, one-mind attempts.
all right, that's good.
Oh wait, I read the tablet. Okay. What would it look like, Bitey?
Yeah, we'll have to work on a concept for that.
Oh wait, I thought it was gonna be like the double Dutch roll.
You could have the Moogle holding 2 controllers. It could be something like that. Cute.
That sounds cute, actually. I'm going to have to hit up Kiko.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are doing a very easy strat in this room just for safety.
All right, we're gonna menu to flute on the dash up here.
Up here?
Yeah,
Okay, sure.
as long as we do it somewhere.
So for this summer's Zelda Dungeon Marathon, he does a yearly 1-week marathon that he hosts at his house, at his Zelda Dungeon. We are going to do another unique version of this game. So, does anybody like DDR? Because if you do, we're gonna have 2 dance pads. Maybe you should explain it, Moogle. You have a better explanation.
Yeah, so we acquired 2 DDR dance pads that we're gonna run through an emulator and do a 2-player 1-controller setup. So one dance pad will be the D-pad, and the other dance pad will be the face buttons.
Goodness. That's going to be incredible.
3.
Yep, 3.
Wow.
We haven't
love
practiced this yet.
That's kind of our thing, is just we do ridiculous speedrun setups.
But we also take it seriously. We also have like serious grinds for this game too. But we like to have fun.
All right, menu to hammer. And
Okay, let's
hammer
just go
and
around.
scale. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Nope.
Like, nope, I veto your audible. We're doing it my
Sorry.
way.
It's hard because you have to think about how you want to explain what you want to do in this game, in this specific run, like a screen before it happens, and then tell the partner, hey, let's do it this way, and you have to give them time to process it. So like, then I just didn't have enough time to even, I had no idea what was going on. Like, we were already doing
agree,
it, so
I agree.
it's tough. Oh. Oh no!
Where are you
we
going?
almost got hit by the ghosty. Oh, didn't see you there. Yeah, we did. We have all sorts of weird meme runs.
Move left and dash.
Yeah, dash. I have a collection of our meme runs
Hold down right.
in my channel's collection. Like we did a blindfolded version of this game once with Moogle's brother Parkour Chicken. So one person was blindfolded and the other person was directing. So it'd be like, okay, walk up 1 tile. Okay, slash. Okay, do this. So, and then we would switch partners. That was a ton of fun. We beat Moldorm that way. It took, how long do you think our Moldorm took blindfold?
Several minutes. We're not on the pixel, I don't think. Just
No, we're not. And I also screwed up the movement. It's cool.
So Major Glitches is not allowed specifically for this category. However, Malmo has done a restricted Major Glitches run of 1 mine before, so...
Walk, dash.
Walk.
No,
Just walk, go left, dash.
it's okay.
That's fine. We'll get the Any-Fairy on the way back.
Throw the pot.
Throw the pot. Yeah, so there is a glitched version of this run that does exist. If you can find 2 people that know the restricted Major Glitches route, or whatever route and rule set you would prefer to play, if you can find 2 people that know it. All right, menu.
You want to slash him?
Yeah, slash, then drop. Okay. That's fine.
We tried. Crickets
All
are
right.
bullies. Grasshoppers? Wait. Grasshoppers.
All right, so if we get through this room alive, then we can powder the Any-Fairy, so...
Walk.
All right, yep, just walk. Do it safe. All right, so you go to the left a little bit.
Left, down, powder. Oh my god.
Perfect.
Good.
It was a little hairy. Go down, walk.
Hey, that's cool.
We're gonna grab this bomb. It was a little sticky there, but we got there. And slash the sky. That's...
I got scared.
Grab this bomb too. We'll
Okay.
need it. And let's powder this pot up here. Just walk.
No,
walk,
we don't need it.
Slash. Just...
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we have it out. It's
It's not a big deal. I'd rather just take it.
Oh.
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 Nice. This is a good example there of where we were doing different menu movements, dash. And I was able to see what you were doing early enough and adapt to it without any issues. Okay,
This
hammer.
is true by ID. I didn't hammer.
We're good. And here we're going to try to do the blind script. After this fight, after this crystal cutscene, we're going to take a short break.
Yep. It's been a fantastic run. It's awesome.
Down, up, left. That's fine. We're going to bonk left here. Move right. That's pretty clean.
Eh.
We take that. This is going to be
Wow.
another gold segment for us.
All right. Pretty good so far.
Right. After the health refill and the sword spin, we're going to hit the pause here.
Yep, I got you on the pause.
All right. Sounds great. Yeah, that was a really clean boss fight. All the boss fights just are so impressive to watch throughout all.
You know, Radies, we don't have that many logged attempts, not gonna lie. I mean, maybe 10 times.
All right, here we go.
Maybe. And sort of.
All right, see you guys in 5.
All right, yep. We are going to head to a short break. Stay tuned. We're going to have more One Mind when we get back. So don't go anywhere, but grab some water. I'm taking a quick break. All right, everyone, welcome back to It's Dangerous to Go Alone, co-op speedruns. Today, it's all about A Link to the Past, and we're going to continue our One Mind run with Mooglebot and Satan Spawn. So I'm just going to give a little bit of a countdown. They can restart their timer and their game, and we'll be ready to go. So we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's keep going.
All right.
So how about for anyone who came in during the break, you want to give a brief synopsis of what's going on here with One Mind?
So basically, we're doing a ROM hack of A Link to the Past. It's a co-op ROM hack where it's 2 players, 2 controllers. Link will change color every 1 second. She controls green Link, I control red Link, and we essentially have to communicate all movement in real time. So we try to agree on most of our movement and everything beforehand so that we don't have to do very much communication during the run.
But there's also just so much RNG, and, you know, we react to those RNGs in different ways. So, like, you'll see a struggle for sure.
No, it's been super clean. Things have been going, I mean, to my untrained eye, you're just going
Things are
through
going
the game,
almost entirely
doing well.
as planned. It's been really good.
That's
Yeah.
great to hear.
It's been fantastic. I don't know, the ins and outs of nuances of like the most optional movement and all that kind of stuff,
All
but
right,
like,
I'm gonna grab half magic
great.
here. A little extra marathon safeties here. Apparently we've used 1 fairy, so.
This is true. We have to keep track of our fairies now that we have fairies.
All right.
Yep. Zubat.
Crobat.
Crobat.
Hi,
true,
Crobat.
That's a Crobat.
All right. And then we're gonna exit the Smith screen and come back.
Yes.
Move right and dash down. Down lower.
That's really low.
Oh, that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah. So let's mirror.
Yeah. There's a perfect example of things not going quite according to plan. Cost us probably 5 seconds, but whatever. In this particular situation, small mistakes like that are not a massively big deal. Dash high.
Can we still fence dash? from here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
We
go.
have to go up.
Go up. I screwed it up.
It's all good. All right, so collecting some rupees here so we can buy our 500 rupee flippers after Skullwoods. And again, this is A Link to the Past, no major glitches. It's the vanilla game, just slightly modified go up. And we're playing it pretty much as intended. No wrong warps, no out of bounds, no weird
Whoa.
game manipulations. Yeah, that was a clutch adjustment there. Falling into that pit is very bad news.
Ether?
Yep.
I almost want to just YOLO the normal one, the normal way. It's too late though.
Yeah, this is a safety route that a lot of newer players will do. Is if you collect the Ether Medallion early, it loses about 6 seconds over optimal routing, but it just makes this room so free because these Gibdos can really troll. Let's catch this fairy
Oh,
here.
okay.
Okay, all good, all good. We're gonna try that again. Sometimes making adjustments on the fly doesn't quite work out. But
Not a problem.
yeah, now that we're
Okay.
We
now
have
I
our-
know. Oh my god.
that's fine. Now that we have our movement agreed on, back up a little bit.
The falling hands from the sky are terrifying. I don't like them.
Yeah.
Okay. We out of there.
hmm
We're coming up to the second bomb jump
Slash.
the game. Let's back up. That looks good.
That will work.
All right. Drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good.
Cool.
All right,
side?
slash and bonk. Okay, and we're gonna slash through this ropa.
Yes.
All right, pretty good, pretty good. Oh yeah, the Ether Medallion animation gets pretty crazy. All right, that looks good. Oh no.
Nice.
Okay, we're gonna nudge this block here. If we get good RNG, we'll do a key dash here. All right, so we're just gonna walk right.
Yep, the baby strat. Let's go.
Yeah,
1,
let's do it.
2.
Fire out again.
Oh my
That's
god.
fine, that's fine. And that's good. Turn up slash. We're gonna walk up and fire rod and grab the heart here. Perfect.
Sure. I'll take it. All right, here's Mothula.
It was not a disaster. We take that. Let's slash down. Left. Wait. That's fine. That's not bad, actually. Stand up here. Yeah, control swap every 1 second.
I've done worse.
Yeah, this ain't bad. We're not losing time in this segment compared to PB.
Wow, that's shocking.
Yeah, considering everything that didn't go right in this segment. So coming up, Ice Palace is where the run starts to get extremely difficult for One Mind.
I'm feeling it though. I just did an Ice Palace grind.
Mm-hmm.
I broke every room down
Yeah.
and practiced every room for like at least 10 minutes. So
We got good energy going, and we're
Yeah.
going to nail the bomb jump, so let's get it. All right, up left. that works.
How about lift up? Slash.
It's the transitive property. It's the same thing.
Wait.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, flute menus are super dangerous because
It's so easy to go too many spots.
it's so
In one
easy
direction.
to over menu. That's good. Just walk out.
Yep.
Yo, it's popsicle sticks.
What's up, popsicles?
I'm representing the merch.
This is an authentic popsicle sticks shirt.
Kappa.
He also gave us this Moogle that you see behind us.
The Moogle is so cute. I love it.
All right, so one interesting thing about the One Mind ROM hack is during these mosaic transitions on the overworld, both players' controls are active the entire time.
Oh,
So-
how does that work?
It's a little bit broken, so that means that means both inputs count the whole time on both controllers. So what we're gonna do basically is I'm just gonna play the screen by myself, so we don't get in each other's way.
Okay, that's smart. That's smart thinking.
Okay.
Can you explain what does the mirror do while I do this?
The mirror is like a portal into Dark World. Actually, wait, does the mirror take you back into the light world? You should explain it.
Okay.
I'm bad at this.
Yeah, so the mirror instantly transports you into the light world wherever you use it in the dark world.
Yes.
And
That one.
it leaves a portal there that you can re-enter dark world from that spot. Because otherwise the game kind of locks you out of dark world and you have to do some pretty specific things to get back to dark world.
Oh, I started doing the inputs with you. I don't know.
All right. And then we're back to regular One Mind here. All right.
That's really interesting how it's like that
And
specific section.
just wait this guy out and slash him.
Yes, slash.
And we'll collect this bomb here, which extra bombs are really, really nice in Ice Palace because we do the biggest time-saving trick in this run, which is the Ice Palace bomb jump. It breaks the puzzle in Ice Palace. Normally the game requires you to go around the loop 3 times, but we only do it once because we kind of break the puzzle a little bit. We'll explain more when we get there. All right, we do have both fairies, so we're in good shape here.
Yeah, we are coming up to one of the biggest run rippers in the game, if not the biggest, which will be the boss of Ice Palace. But because we have our half magic, it's pretty safe. We are just gonna fire at him to death, basically.
All right, we're gonna sword beam this guy.
Are we?
No.
Okay.
Okay, we took a little damage there, but that's good.
Let's just slash him and
drop
then
the bomb. Okay, that's really good. And we're gonna collect another heart here, so it's all good.
We are good.
Yeah, checks. It also works the same way in the Master Sword area, which is kind of cool. Okay, that's really nice.
That says, why isn't Satan Red Link? You know, that would make sense.
All right, just walk it out. Nice slash
Not
there.
bad.
Okay,
Not
so-
bad. Okay. Oh,
All right, we're just gonna back up here.
that's good. That's good.
That's good. All right, get it.
Unbuffered.
That's perfect. All
Gaming.
right, don't hammer dash.
So, okay.
Okay, so the blue pegs or the red pegs are supposed to be down right now, but by bypassing this puzzle, we only have to do Ice Palace once instead of 3 times, and it saves like 3 minutes or something. It's like the only major skip in this category.
That was a very good ice gauntlet.
Yeah, that was
Those
awesome.
are some of the hardest rooms. That's one of the hardest combination of rooms in the game. Go down and slash left.
And
Dash left. Yeah, that one.
and then dash down. Okay.
That was really, really cool how y'all did that skip. And then I know these rooms are they're just hard to navigate quickly. So very impressive.
One after another.
This segment has honestly been insane.
Yeah, it's.
Oh,
Let's
we need the hammer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a little ahead of myself there.
All right.
All right. Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna kind of get like a tempo going for the fire rod shots because it's really important to coordinate these timings. So, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Left. It's okay.
Yep.
We gotta slash him. One more time.
Yep, that's
Easy
good.
game. Easy game.
That's good.
I'm excited to see this segment time. That was pretty juicy.
It's gonna be a little bit off of gold, but pretty clean.
Pretty good for a 1 mine. We probably got that gold the other day. I would think.
You know, so actually when I was a kid in the mid-90s, I actually called the Nintendo help hotline on the back of the cartridge and had them explain to me how to open the back of Skullwoods.
That's adorable. I love that.
I was like 8.
Young Moogle. What, you mean Zelda games are hard?
And
I was
my
telling them
parents
all
probably looked at the
earlier.
phone bill like, what? $4 a minute? What is this?
I was telling them all earlier when we were all on the channel together. I've never beaten this game vanilla because it was too hard for me. Only beaten it with the randomizer.
Okay, so we're going to Meyer next.
Going to 6.
So we're gonna set up the spooky action glitch here.
6.
Clean,
Beautiful
dude.
setup. Very nice.
So it's gonna allow us to skip a room in Meyer, which saves about 10 seconds.
Oh,
Menu. Yeah, that's good. I don't think that's a bonk. Okay, walk up. So notice how I said walk up and we totally didn't, but it's fine. That's essentially 1 mine for you.
Yeah, in a nutshell, basically. Also, I normally menu buffer before that dash to the right we just did. So that's why we menued in the middle of the dash, because I'm like, wait, what?
All right. Menu on the dash, right?
Oh,
Okay, we'll just
good.
walk it out, walk it out. I don't like it.
we're fine, we're fine.
Meyer 2. That was insanely clean. Let's go. New version of Skullwoods. Nice.
Oh, wow.
That's a
Okay.
really unusual RNG.
Oh, you know, I did want to talk about that. So Bidey, is she still 4 years old? She must be 5 years old by now, but she made her great speedrunning debut when she was only 4 years old, like about a year ago. So she has a time on the leaderboard for
Just dash.
any percent, so
That's amazing. That is so heckin' cute.
yes, her name is Stella. It's probably...
Okay, fire rod. That's
Okay.
fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It might be the most wholesome thing I've ever seen. You definitely have to check out that speedrun.
All right, so we're doing the dungeons out of order from a typical NMG. Because we're getting gold and silvers, we haven't done swamp yet, so we don't have the hook shot.
Do you want that heart?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go on. But yeah, not only should you follow Bidey because he's a god gamer, but he's also a great dad. Teaching his kids young how to
You know,
game.
I just
Epic.
want to say, like, how many really cool people I've met over the years in the speedrunning community. You guys really are the best.
Aw.
That's what I love about like speedrunning is it just brings so many different people together for a common, common activity, a common goal that we all love. And especially like I love co-op
Cancel
runs
the
too
turn.
because communication is just
Perfect.
so cool. It's awesome. Co-op teams are just fantastic.
I've never had like online friends until I joined this community, and I just didn't realize how real your internet buddies that you haven't even met in person could be. I don't know why I got that pot. Sorry about that.
This is all good.
Yeah, I agree with Moogle. Definitely some of the coolest people that I've ever met. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's okay.
That's
okay.
fine. That's fine. We might want to We might want to powder one of the anti-fairies in Spooky too.
Let's feel it out.
Okay.
If we take damage,
Yeah.
that should still be good, I think.
I don't know if that setup works.
I think it worked.
Okay.
I think we're okay. We'll find out.
Yep. No, looks like it didn't work.
That's
so,
okay. So do we have to hit the switch?
Yep. Get the block out.
Wait.
All right, switch to bombs. And we're going to powder one of these anti-fairies on the way through.
Double bomb.
Yep.
One mine.
It's a good thing we didn't run out of bombs there, because if you run
Oh
out
my
of
god.
if you run out of
true.
bombs here, then the run is actually just over.
We have powder.
Oh
already.
my goodness. That's scary.
There's nowhere to get a bomb. Like, it takes over
It'll
2
take a
minutes.
while, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know how to skip this anti-fairy.
Yep,
but
so
we
we're
can
just going to
try.
powder him.
Okay.
Yep. All right, just walk.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Perfect. And slash. Walk up, slash. Slash. All right, bail, slash. And
Back
slash. Okay, that's fine.
Cool.
We take those. Okay, so we're saving a bit of time. Walk up. Saving about 10 seconds over PB.
Nice. Fantastic. You love to see time save in a marathon run where you're just going.
Yeah,
this run
we're
ain't bad.
we're just vibing at this point. This is a pretty solid run overall. I mean, realistically, if you have to go like 2 to 3 minutes out of your way to collect inventory, it's pretty much a dead run at that point.
Don't worry, Bitey. One day I'll accidentally mirror out and then never do it again. All right, we're going to swamp. Nice.
Yeah. All right, going to 4.
4.
So, fun fact, killing that Octorok in particular reduces lag on this screen transition, and we don't like lag.
That's funny. It's the small things.
It really is.
I didn't know that.
And there's a reason that we stand on a very particular pixel when we do this mirror warp here, because it makes the mirror transition end like 30 frames faster. There's a lot of really tiny optimizations like that in this game.
I am the not Moogle gamer.
This is a fact.
I hopefully provided some helpful directional
you mean.
insight.
On the dash down, yeah. We should collect that
Bomb.
bomb.
Yeah, let's get it. Nice.
Actually, you know what?
What?
We don't need a bomb until
Oh, yeah, we don't.
until GT because we're doing different routes. So
Maybe we
yeah.
could.
Menu here. Okay, that was pretty friendly RNG. That Tektite can really troll.
At Phelps.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Well,
In the
there's
practice
a room
hack,
later where there's a river of Tektites, and it's called Phelps Way.
the preset in the practice hack is called Phelps Way, and
Our friend Bidey over here might have actually thought that the enemy was called a Phelps. Lol. That's a good one. That's a classic.
just walk.
Okay.
That's a case there where it's really easy to miscommunicate on small details because I wanted to walk like 2 tiles and dash.
Oh.
And so there's kind of like a learning curve to being able to communicate effectively and then reacting when it doesn't go as planned.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a big thing of any co-op run. I've done runs of keep talking and nobody explodes. It's all about how you communicate.
Okay.
Because it's just like, if you think you're saying something and they don't interpret it the same way, it's, it can be huge.
Yeah, that's something I'm curious about, I guess, is
I'm sorry.
how do you think this compares to like a more traditional co-op run type of communication?
I think this since it's truly the alternating of inputs, and I like how you described it earlier, if it's a mix of pre-planning and on-the-fly planning, right? Where you've got an experience of doing this together, but there's still small things you got to check in with each other on, and I think that's really cool. Whereas some other co-op games where you're, for example, controlling other characters, you don't have to be play-by-playing it to each other as much.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's super interesting.
Oh, got to bop there a little bit. But pretty clean Swamp Palace overall. All right, this is good movement from the jelly here. We need our boy to cooperate with us so we can dash out.
It's cool for me because, like I said before, Moogle he's a 125 player, and I'm a 133. So whenever we do one mines, I always learn something new.
This isn't the pixel
It's
we
not
need to
the
walk.
Pixel, no. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's the
just
wrong
jump down.
Yeah.
Yep. Dash again.
He'll like react to an RNG in a certain way that I didn't know was possible, and I'm like, oh, okay. You can do that. Let's go.
That's great.
Appreciate you popping in,
awesome.
spleebs. Hook shot down.
Yeah.
Grab these arrows and just walk it out. I don't trust that Medusa.
I think there's also a huge benefit to how much this game has really been routed and optimized in general, that you all can, pull a variety of different strats that work best for this type of game.
Yeah, I find the adaptation aspect of this to be really fun because you have to play so much different than I normally would for like a really optimized NMG. It's absolutely not the same thing, even though it's literally the same game. Hold up.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna tank that. That's fine. We practiced this. It's fine, I promise. Okay. All right, go right. One more. That's fine. Go left.
Oh, wow.
Okay, left.
Oh.
We can still get him. All right. Empty cycle. Go bottom left corner.
Okay. Cool. Very nice.
Looks like we're gonna gold this as well.
Looks like got a little pace going. After
Yeah, that
this
was
segment.
fantastic
Nice.
dungeon. Really nice.
Thank you. Now
Yeah,
we're
it's been
getting
so-
into endgame.
Yeah, I'm excited to see all the really tough stuff coming.
This is really, really similar to like 100%, 100% in A Link to the Past. You just have so much extra stuff that endgame really isn't that scary. And we do have a lot of safeties for this marathon. So got 2 fairies in a bottle. We're getting gold sword.
Thanks for the gels. I lied. It's not a pace, but it's close.
And even with all of those extra items, we're only plus 7.5 on PB right now.
Yeah, wow, that's fantastic.
Okay, this is fine.
That's the cool part of running a category like this, where it's gonna be less consistent than a standard run, just because
Oh,
of
we
how
need a
unique
we need
it
a
is.
rupee. Hookshot the Ropa. Hookshot him. Slash.
Wow. See, I wouldn't know to do that.
Just 1 rupee short with that
That's
99
rare.
rupees. I didn't even notice.
Wow. Okay.
Brilliant backup.
Yeah, Moogle's definitely the boss here. I would not have noticed.
Mirror right here.
I would have just I would have walked up to the bomb and got denied.
So the reason I mirror on that side of the bridge is because you actually get free diagonal movement on those manual stairs.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. I think it's 3 clicks. It might be 4.
All right, slowly navigate. 1, 2.
That's it.
Yeah, that one. Okay.
It's kind of a big time loss if you throw the wrong item in.
Fun fact, my first full speedrun of this game was a one mind.
I love that. That's great.
Oh, it was great. I was learning the game, and I had finished learning it, I think, and I think Fricker suggested, why don't you guys do a one mind? We were just practicing, and I'm like, oh, what's that? Like, oh yeah, let's do escape. And then it turned into like, oh, let's do Eastern. Then it was like, oh no, let's do a Master Sword. Let's do Light World. And we're like, screw it, let's do the whole game.
Do you remember how long that first one took you?
Oh my god, Moogle might remember.
I want to say it was a 156.
Wow. I was gonna be like 3 hours, 4 hours, but wow.
Well, she had spent like 2 full months like really grinding the game, and this was going to be the first attempt ever, so we were shooting for a sub 2 hour first attempt.
And that's fantastic.
Flash, go. And
Wow.
should be okay.
This is fine.
This is fine. I think we're going to skip the ferry here. We should be okay.
We don't need it.
Yeah,
I mean, we could get it for sword beams, but like whatever.
we're good. We're good.
It's fine, it's fine.
Okay, this is good.
Wow.
Dead Rock's actually cooperating. Flash him.
Okay,
Slash
buddy.
him.
Oh.
Careful. Cancel spin speed. I think I got the quake speed.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like hook speed, but it's quake speed.
Okay. So an item dash.
Yeah. So
There,
you
really?
so you instantly hop the ledge.
Did we get it?
Yeah.
Nice. See, I just learned a new strat. Easy.
You love to
Got the
see it.
spawn
Learn it on the
here.
fly. Yes.
Nice.
Beautiful. Okay, that's good.
Oh,
Oh, we got it.
nice. Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mirror out.
Look, we agreed on a menu.
What are
Nice
the
job.
odds?
Yes.
Wow.
Hour and a half into the run. Let's go.
Relationship goals.
You got it. You got it. Okay, coming up is one of the hardest rooms in the game.
It's literally the spawn of Satan.
All right. Sort out. Up left. Wow, I got my directions right this time.
GG's.
Small miracles.
Let's
Let's just wait it out. Let's just wait it
Where?
out.
Okay.
We're gonna go left side.
That was weird. I'm sorry, that's right side. Oh my god, I got.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just wait for him to clear out. Go for it. All right, perfect.
It's fine. Okay.
And we'll just hit the anti-fairies after the tube.
That was really weird RNG right when we got in there.
So sometimes the chain chomps just block both paths.
I've
and,
never seen that.
And they did it twice in a row. It's super unfortunate.
Like, normally one path is clear. That's weird.
That
Get
screen
wrecked.
kills runs for...
Do you want a ferry or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
That screen kills runs for top level players.
Absolutely.
All right. And then we're going to switch to Fire Rod and just burn everything.
Burn it all. Burn it. Oh,
Including that guy. Because he looked at me
poor
wrong.
bunny.
Those Stalfos heads also do 4 hearts of damage, so don't want to hug them.
Yeah, basically everything in this dungeon does 4 hearts of damage. So, you know.
Yeah, the game really expected
Not
you to
everyone's
have all your
favorites.
gear, so it just comes at you with some really mean enemies.
After Uncle. Okay, let's try to spin the first one at least.
Okay.
Fire rod.
Nice. And let's powder this guy in the corner.
Oh, okay, the bottom right.
Very nice. And we're not going to do sword beam strats in roller.
Okay, block strats.
Yeah, we didn't practice that.
Why didn't we practice?
I don't know. It only saves like 2 seconds. Okay, we do only have one fairy in a bottle, but
Nice
that's
room.
fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't? Okay, I'm not gonna question why we didn't get a fairy. I thought we had 2.
I thought so too, but I saw it in the menu just now.
Oh, really? Okay, that's fine.
I think we're fine. Shouldn't need to
fine.
restart.
Everything's fine, I believe.
Everything's always fine.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get some bitey believe in the chat?
Y'all are professionals.
Professionals. Nope,
Too high.
too low. Nope. Let's try again. That's way too low. That's way too high. Okay. No. Sometimes it be like that. Moogle
Bonk.
also normally plays on a console and we're playing on a SNES Mini, so there is a little bit of delay that he's not used to. So that's an extra layer of challenge. At least on his end. And we have Gold Source, which is 3 hits, right?
Yep, so menu after the second.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. Nice work.
Okay. We need a hook shot after
Where?
we kill him. We need a hook shot.
After we kill him, yeah. Okay.
or after the spin.
Okay, that's
Okay, hook shot. And then hit the head. That's fine.
okay. That was not the quick kill, but great one mind recovery.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we have one mind. God.
You got through it. We're cruising. Tough dungeon. I mean, that was impressive.
Losing a little bit of time, but let's see.
We can still get the sub 140, I think. We're in
I
there.
think we can clutch it out.
Yeah.
Let's have a good GT. You're gonna have to remind me, ice armors.
Mhm.
2 up.
Yeah.
To the left.
Yeah, 1 to the left, and then we'll start moving up and left.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And we're gonna do the dash strat in the fire bar room.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Sword climb.
Hey.
Gaming.
I guess I don't understand that question.
Yeah, I've talked about menuing a little bit during the run of how it can be really easy to double tap a menu. You're just trying to coordinate it as best you can.
Because control switches at 1 second intervals. So like if we're both pressing a direction in the menu, it's really easy to overpress and press that direction twice. And then we both have to react to that while we're trying to menu. And that's not easy to coordinate.
That's why sometimes we accidentally drop 2 bombs instead of 1.
Things like that. Okay,
Yeah.
dash. Dash.
Nice. Okay.
Yep.
We're in there.
Perfect.
I panicked. We had a satanic panic. We're okay though.
Yeah, and I honestly, that's part of the reason why One Mind isn't available for online play yet, is because menu here.
Nice.
Okay.
I didn't menu.
All right, because they haven't quite worked out how to sync it properly with the 1 second intervals. That's a little
What?
rough. Yeah.
I've never seen that before. I mean, it's fine, but like,
Just gotta kill the guy this time.
wow. Guess that's why people do the safe movement.
All right, powder the. Nope, didn't come up.
So 2 up, 1 left, and then the rest up.
Yeah.
Okay, get under him. Okay, never mind. We're good. Not optimal, but good recover. Let's get some.
Don't
Actually,
need him,
we don't
don't
need
need
him. We don't need him. What? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This run is long. It starts to wear on you mentally towards the end game.
No, never. This is a tough dungeon on PB pace too. Like, whoops.
That's right. Flash down. Walk him in. Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
That'll
Feels
work.
better.
That'll work. All right. So hopefully we'll survive Gauntlet without burning a fairy here, and we'll get to refill at the end. we're probably going to take a hit on this spike.
Yeah,
Walk
it's a
down.
hard room.
Yeah, those cycles seem really challenging.
Walk it out.
Mhm. Arrow down. Nice.
Heart.
Nice.
Okay.
Walk up. Dash down.
Dash. No.
Get the pot. Nice. Dash right. Menu. Fire rod. And go around.
We.
Go above. Pick up the
Oh
pot.
my god, I didn't pick up the pot. What's in that pot?
Don't know.
Okay.
But it was in my way.
Come here.
Okay. Wow, that's super fortunate. Okay. This is good. This is good.
Do you wanna powder this?
Yes.
Yes.
And
So, like-
then
We're catching it?
no.
No.
We're
Sure.
gonna do the spin setup. Wait. Okay, go.
Oh my god.
That's really fortunate.
That's really rare.
Okay, grab
Wow.
the heart here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy to one cycle that with the sword.
Wow.
That's fantastic. Well
I'll
done.
take it.
Makes for some pretty hype moments.
Oh, I'm surprised that worked.
I'm surprised we didn't take that hit there.
Wow.
Whiz robes be scary.
We exploded the black so late. I'm like,
Okay, go above.
oh my god.
It's gonna be okay.
Get it. Let's get it.
And then walk off.
Okay.
And don't pick up the pot. And let's just wait until it resets. Go down.
It
Okay,
reset.
that's good.
That's okay. I think that's the second death. We're doing good.
Absolutely doing good.
Oh, yeah, those need to be lit as well, don't they?
Most of the time.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we'll just catch both fairies here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is fine. This is fine.
Hello.
Move
poor-
on. We're probably gonna absorb one.
Oh,
We good. Grab this heart pot.
where? Okay. Oh, there's a heart there. Look at
Magic refill.
that. Wow. Okay.
And hook shot.
Okay. Let's clutch out the end here.
All right.
Wait, it doesn't need to spin, does it?
No, but
Well,
it's
he's
all
getting
good.
one.
It's all good. We're gonna go the extra mile just for our buddy Moldorm here.
Sorry, guys. No one mind hover today. Let's
Love
go to
it.
the center and hook shot up.
Okay.
Very nice. Oh, okay. Wait, I get two. This is a good one mind room.
Mm-hmm. I'm right here, and we're just gonna slash. Decent.
Remember, spins are better for one mind.
Sure.
Okay. Maybe one more hit. Okay. No comment.
Got
Sorry,
through
we're about to
it,
kill
you
the
know?
Yeah, I think mental endurance kind of becomes the final boss of this run.
Absolutely.
Oh, I bet it takes so much focus, and this is a lengthy run to be focusing for that long.
Okay, we got this.
Let's go.
Time photo piggy.
Let's do it.
2,
6. Okay.
2, 3, 4.
All right,
Okay.
get him. And we're just gonna spam sword here. We need to get this
Yeah.
cycle.
This is fine. This is fine.
Yeah. All right.
Fast, 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 fast.
Okay. And we will let him warp to the top.
Warp to the top. There we go.
All right. Dodge the bat
To the left.
and get him. Okay.
Just hold up out of the menu.
No, hold down.
No.
Okay. Okay. It's fine.
It's fine. So
Yeah,
let's
just
just
wait for
wait.
it.
Just wait.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Great.
Get him.
Here we go.
Okay.
He's dead. Yes.
We did it.
Wow, that was stressful. Oh my
No, not at
goodness.
all.
Fantastic. Whew. That was incredible.
Okay. A minute
you.
18 off a world record with all of the safeties in the entire world.
Yeah, that
I'm
is.
happy with that.
And that's time, yeah. Fantastic job. Holy moly.
Thank you.
Wow.
Was that what? 2 deaths? Wait, no, we died again in 3.
That's,
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, that's one of our more clean runs to date, for sure.
Absolutely.
Thanks for all the GGs, guys.
That was fantastic.
This
That
has
was so
been a
cool.
I'm happy we were able to put together a pair of solid runs for you guys. It's been, yeah, we really appreciate you having us on. This was so cool.
This was so cool. Been coordinating with these guys for a while, and just the kind of getting to see a more standard run before this, which was also so clean, so excellent. And then this is something that I think most people didn't even know existed. Getting to see another clean, fantastic run of One Mind. It was just awesome. Do y'all have any last comments or shout outs before we head on over to a raid?
I just want to say we're so glad we were able to show off our game for you guys. If you are interested, again, in doing One Mind, you'll need basically essentially the same setup that you have to play a randomizer. You'll need to play a ROM hack, and you can get that ROM hack from the A Link to the Past wiki in the ROM hacks tab.
And remember,
go to speedrun.com or go into the Discord and get that information from these friends. So
I would love to see a casual One Mind, guys. You can get a friend to come over, hit start stream, and just play the game casually as a One Mind. I would love to see that. But yeah, thank you so much for having us. This has been just an experience. Thank you so much, Frozen. And yeah, again, shout outs to Bidey and Fricker22. Definitely quality guys.
Thanks everybody for your hard work coordinating this and having us on. Really appreciate it.
yeah, absolutely. So again, please follow Saint Spawn and Moogamod. Fantastic run, doing some amazing stuff in the Link to the Past communities. This has been such a fun day of Zelda. We had, Zelda on PB Precipice before this, and then we had Link to the Past kind of day here, and it's been a fantastic time. So yeah, thank you all for being here, watching It's Dangerous to Go Alone. Don't forget that we have runs going on every day here on GDQ Hotfix. So you can see during the week, it's at 7 p.m. Eastern, on the weekend starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. So you can also follow our Twitter to see all of the updates and when we're going to be live. So Thank you all so much. We're going to head to a short break and then stick around for the raid. And we'll see you for more speed runs on the GDQ Hotfix tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Thanks for being amazing, everyone.